Team captains for the Albertville Aggies, number 7, Bryson Hudgens, number 13, Dallas Simpson, number 44, Samuel Gomez, and number 82, Xander Biles. The Aggies have won the toss and have deferred to the second half.
Set. 1, 2, and 2, 1.
And we're set to go. The Aggies will kick off with their black jerseys, black helmets, and their white pants. Florence in their white uniforms, blue trim, and blue helmets. Kind of looks like some Etowah Blue Devil uniforms out there, John.
It looks like Etowah Blue Devil. I would say Duke's away uniforms.
And we are set to go. Game 3 for the Aggies, trying to snap that 30-game losing streak. Phillip Johns kick off. And the kick, high kick, short kick. A good placement. It's going to big drop. Ball is loose, bouncing around. Aggies are fighting for it. Let's see. Wow. There's a huge pile at the 26-yard line. I think Florence may have fallen on it.
They did. There was one guy, one white jersey in that area. Number 94 for Florence. His name's Mitchell Boydberry. One player, and he's surrounded by about 4 Aggies, and when they all fall on the ground, he gets on the ground first. Wow, an opportunity gone by the wayside there.
Man, what a break that would have been, Chris.
Yeah, starting inside the 30-yard line, that would have been great.
So Florence will start on the 26-yard line. Here they come. Quarterback, the number 10, getting the start. Is that the 9th grader? Just like Coast and Mahan, they have 2 going. So Mahan, that's a 9th grader, 6'2", 225. Wow.
I'd have loved to have been that size in 9th
like a young Tebow back there, quarterback. One back behind him. So we're set to go. First snap from scrimmage, game 3 of the season. Great crowd on hand here for the Aggies. Hands off, bounces left side to the 25-30. He's got room, 35-40, 45, knocked down, 45-yard line. I'm with you, Keith. I saw some holding, no flag thrown, but it's going to be a gain of about 19 yards.
Keith, all that was, we talked about zone blocking and getting the speedsters, your athletes out in space, nothing more than just student body right. They were able to find some lanes in that zone blocking and get upfield for a first down.
First down to the 45-yard line, 19-yard run. Falcons on the move. Quarterback throws, quick pass, right side, got his man, 45, cuts, got him, 50-yard line. Nice job by the Aggies. That was Tate Prater making the tackle, a gain of about 5.
Tate Prater, great job lined up against number 8, Savante Green. We talked about how he's going to play at the next level. He is a big guy to be a junior, and Tate Prater comes up, gets down about 5-pad level, and a great open field tackle.
Make that number 11, Cade Davis, the quarterback. He's the elder of the two, 6'4", 215, a senior. Man, they've got some big quarterbacks. 2nd and 5, man in motion. He hands off to him into the backfield. They got him way back to the 37-yard line, leading the charge. Keegan Thompson. There's a flag on the far side of the field. Usually that's when they catch the offense guilty of something.
I hope it wasn't a face mask.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So there is a Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. Let's see. Oh, it is a face mask on Albertville.
Yep.
goodness.
My question is, now they're going to mark it from where the tackle was, so he must have had it, but it was an inadvertent face mask, Barry, so only a 5-yard penalty, which still saves the Aggies because it'll be a 3rd and 10.
That was, a 19-yard loss, but instead the penalty brings it back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 where they spot it. Now, the Florence coach, he's wanted an explanation. I think he thought it was going to be the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I believe it, because he was talking to the line judge. Coach Morrison was across the way that his player was brought down on the tackle by his face mask. The white hat gets together. He goes over and talks to Coach Morrison, and Coach Morrison not very happy.
How about that defense, Chris?
Oh, yeah. They did a great job right there by 18 made the tackle.
2 Aggies broke through in the backfield and hit him for a loss, but because of the Aggie face mask, it's going to be 2nd down and 9. 10:37 to go in the first. No score. Florence with the ball first. 2nd down and long.
It was number 18, by the way, Barry. How do you say his last name?
Techeria is what I've heard. So
Techeria.
So number 18, Techeria, able to come up, and I think they brought him on a blitz, Barry, because nobody picked him up, and he hit the running back right square in the mouth in the backfield.
He's only a sophomore. He's had 2 good games. 2nd and 9. Quarterback turn, hands off, fits the middle, got some room. 50, 45, runs over a man to the 40, still going. Broken tackle. 35, 30. Finally, they're going to throw him out of bounds. Good job over there by, is that 29? Is that Orr? Orr made the tackle, but how about that run by Kaylon Triplett?
Keelan Triplett comes into this game 144 yards rushing on the season against 2 really good defenses. Coach Morrison said he's more of a scat back. He kind of gets hid behind those big offensive linemen, and the next thing you know, he pops out in the linebacker corps. Barry, I think that's exactly what you saw. Zone blocking, he got hit, and then all of a sudden jumped out for a huge gain.
28-yard line, Florence on the move, and we have a whistle. I think the official's saying scoreboard's too bright. The video board, we got to turn it down some.
I'm trying to figure out the same referee. Is he calling the knee pads too high?
That's the second player he's called from Florence that had their knee pads up too high, and he's keeping an eye on him. He's chunking guys out left and right.
28-yard line, turns hands off, first man through. He's got some room, 25-20, cut down at the 21-yard line, a gain of 7. Making the tackle for the Aggies. First man there is Tate Prater. It's going to be 2nd down and short for Florence.
Yeah, right now, and Barry, Coach Morrison was worried about that young offensive line. Right now, they seem to be handling everything at the line of scrimmage. Maybe those extra 45 minutes of practice on their blocking schemes has helped, because right now we talked about which team was going to handle the offense or that line of scrimmage, and right now it's the Florence Falcons offensive line.
2nd down and 2. They're on the Aggie 20-yard line. High snap, quarterback drops, throws, got him complete, breaks a tackle, breaks another. 10-5, he'll walk in. And the first points on the brand new scoreboard belong to the Falcons.
Gosh, Keith, right in front of you, inside slot receiver, just runs a quick curl route. He's trying to run right past the sticks to get the first down, and they get the ball into the hands of Savante Green, the junior wide receiver that we said has SEC potential. He cuts back inside, 2 broken hand tackles. Another player from Albertville can't get over at the 2-yard line, and he runs in untouched.
Now for the point after. He's going to be kicking it right towards the new video board. Wouldn't that be something if he knocked it down? Kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 9:09 to go in the quarter. Timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Florence on top 7-zip. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Noticing when they're running the football, our linebackers are playing very high. Our defensive backs on the run are playing kind of high. They're standing up, and John, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They're running around instead of buzzing down, breaking down to make a tackle, fundamentally making a tackle. You've got to get that pad level low. If you're standing up and you're kind of running around, they're going to be able to juke you around. You've got to break down. You got to do the fundamental things right to be able to tackle these guys.
Two Aggies in the backfield behind CJ. CJ, the snap, turns, hands to Parker. Parker, nice run, 24-25-yard line. A gain of 5 right behind the middle of that Aggie offensive line. Leading the charge was Colton Battles.
Good job there by Christian Ramirez, Colton Battles, Kellen Hampton right in the middle. Barry, we talked about they have a young defensive front as well. That time the interior of the Aggie offensive line able to get their defensive line on skates. Running back gets north and south. Good first down yardage, 5 yards.
That was a good run, Chris, right up the gut by Colin.
That's what we got to have right there.
2nd and 5, CJ to the sideline, back out with a play. 8:25 to go into your first. Beautiful night for football, gorgeous weather, nice breeze. Are they going to burn a timeout? Little confusion. Aggies do call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. It's Florence up 7-zip. You're listening to Aggie football here on Power 107.5. All right, timeout. Aggies coming out. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Just joining us, Florence took the opening drive down the field. 7-0. They're on top. Had a 20-yard touchdown pass. CJ turns, going to keep it himself. Following his blocking, he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We had about 4 blockers. They had 2 men, and they broke through our 4 blockers and tackled CJ for no gain.
You know, a few moments ago on the first play, they were able to run in that guard-to-guard gap. This time, CJ, instead of getting north and south, fakes the underneath handoff, pulls the ball, then tries to come outside. And when he does, big number 96, and I mean a big boy, Maurice Smith, he's a junior, 250-pound junior, locking everything up here on the end, just nowhere for him to go, makes the tackle.
Big 3rd down call, 3rd down and 5. CJ back to pass, and we have a whistle.
Woo. I'm glad, Barry.
Yeah, because big number, who's that, 92? He's so big, he had to have 3 numbers. That's a big guy. He come flying. He was about to just destroy C.J. Zuniga until they called threw the flag and stopped the play.
And I know the Marshall County Sheriff, Barry, is excited about the penalty flag on the field, but I think somebody who's probably, you hate to say that there's a good penalty, but I think you may have saved C.J. Zuniga's life on that one.
They're about to charge somebody with assault because 95, he was a monster. That's Jaden White, 6'3", 265, and he's bigger than that. C.J. back to pass, 3rd and 10, throws right side, almost picked off for a touchdown. That would have been an easy pick 6. The defender got one hand on it, incomplete 4th down.
Keith looked like they had an inside receiver that ran a kind of a post. Outside receiver ran out, hoping that linebacker would drop, but it's like he just kind of, the outside linebacker read CJ's eyes and just got over there in the passing lane and nearly had that interception.
Yeah, it looked like it's Bo Bursky. He's a junior. I think I remember his name from last year. John, he dropped to 10 yards, and he had everything in front of him. And he can move really good for a linebacker, getting them passing lanes.
The Aggies will punt it away. And a whistle before the punt. Did the Aggies jump again?
No, I think they got Florence.
Yeah, it's offsides.
All right, so Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field against Florence. It'll be 4th down and 5. But still, you've got to punt. The thing about the passing game tonight, Chris, you've played A-Rab and Boaz, good teams. But the speed in this secondary on Florence, when you throw a pass, the defensive backs are so much faster than what you saw the last 2 weeks.
And 2 of the 4 of them are already committed to play in college. So
5-yard penalty, so it's 4th and 5. CJ moves up 5 yards. The kick, good, low, line drive, is going to bounce. Aggie bounce right into his hands. 40-yard line, here he comes. 45, midfield to the sideline. 40, 35, 30, cuts back. Swarm tackled inside the 25-yard line. Almost a late hit by one of the Aggies. Good job of the Aggies. Braxton Hudgens led the way, but they will start on the Aggie 25-yard line.
When you get those punts that are just absolutely line drives, they're getting back here to the returner quicker than your coverage can get downfield. That's the reason why you got to get air up under that ball. This time it went straight. Line drive hits the ground. He's able to catch the ball at about the 33-yard line, had a convoy of white jerseys here along the near boundary, and gets it all the way back to the Aggie 25.
25 yards away from another touchdown. Cade Davis, the quarterback, in the gun. You back behind him. That's Jimmy McDonald. He turns, hands off, going to bounce it right side, stops, cuts, 25 to the 20. Still riding the Aggies to the 15-yard line. The flag is down. Another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. This one may be the holding call against Florence.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that they like to run a zone play and zone blocking, which means you're just kind of running to your right or to your left or to an area. In that time, the running back in the line trying to string it out, string it out, string it out. The Aggies defense, Barry, actually played that very, very well. I believe it was Keegan Thompson here on the near side. Nope, number 2. Who's number 2 for us? Jude Van. Jude Van did a good job of turning that back inside, and I believe he was the one that got held, Keith.
Yeah, and those tackles have been giving us a little bit of the business in the last series. They were holding number 18, and we called that from the very first play of the game. So glad they went in and called that one. Maybe they can knock that down a little bit.
Yeah, McDonald had about a 10-yard run. Lucky break for the Aggies. So now it's back 1st down at about 20. Davis, the quarterback, turns, hands off to McDonald. McDonald, 35-30, cuts back 21. He is a small guy, but he is strong. They're going to finally bring it down to the 25-yard line, making the tackle for the Aggies. Big number 79, Kevin Bravo. It's a gain of about 10, so now they get the penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Keith, when you look at the Aggies' defense, they're doing good at the point of attack. And what I mean by that is that time the zone blocking went to the left. The running back just kind of got behind that. But then when he cut back and went back across the green, the backside Aggie defense has got to get caught up and get back in their lanes to make those tackles.
2nd down and 9 on the Aggie 24-yard line. Davis turns, hands to McDonald. He's hit, gets away from one man. Another holding call. He is fighting to the 23. How about McDonald? That's a little guy out there, but he was really 6 foot and 170, but he was dragging tacklers. But all that running for nothing. There's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag and another holding call against Florence.
Boy, number 59, Hunter Alford, the 5'10", 212-pound junior. I mean, absolutely taking care of business for the Aggies on the defensive side, coming upfield against that younger offensive line, and not to be denied, actually pushed the offensive tackle back into the backfield. The tackle then no choice to get him out of the way, had to grab him, slung him down on the ground. Just an easy call for the white hat to make, but man, hats off to Hunter Alford dominating his position at the line of scrimmage.
How about McDonald, the running back? He's only 170. He's dragging tacklers, Chris.
He is.
All right, 2nd down and 20. Davis fakes, play action, back to pass. Looks, rolls right side. The big guy is going to keep it. Oh, he has popped. 32-yard line. Which Aggie was it that dealt the damage? Who was that getting up? His helmet is sideways now. My goodness. Derek Core.
Yes, Derek Core brought the pain right there, guys.
He was looking through the ear hole. It honestly turned sideways on him.
Coach Barry, I think we may have the heat timeouts, which probably comes at a good time for Mr. Orr.
Yeah, he's trying to count 1 to 10 right now. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 5:49 to go in the first. Florence up 7-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Davis drops, throws left side, got his man, catch, 30-yard line, got him, 29-yard line, open field tackle. I believe that was Mason Froelich. He gains about 3, but now it's 4th down and long.
Boy, great job there. 3 wide receivers on the far side. They were trying to get it to one of their wide receivers in space. He comes back toward the middle of the field trying to find his blockers, but here comes 5'11", 185 senior, number 30, Mason Froelich down the line. He makes a great tackle and puts Florence at a very precarious 4th down, Barry.
4th down and 15. They're going to go for it from the Aggie 30-yard line. 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Big 4th down. Davis drops back, has time, throws to the end zone, got a man, incomplete. They got away with another holding call, doesn't matter, incomplete. How about the Aggie defense? But Chris, the penalties killed Florence.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to have the 2 holding penalties on that drive. That really made them go for some desperate plays there at the end.
The crowd getting behind the Aggie defense. A touchdown there. You're down 14-0 early in the first quarter. But now you hold the Falcons, you get the ball back on your own 30-yard line.
And you know, Barry, defense really hasn't been the problem if you think about it. Great defensive effort against the Arabian Knights. Great defensive effort last week. Even the score looks different against Boaz. Yep. And tonight, right there, keeping Florence out of the end zone.
30-yard line. CJ, nobody behind him, drops back to pass. Quick pass left side. Sweat makes the catch. Cuts 35. Almost got away, 35.5-yard line. He'll be dropped, a gain of 5. You know, the last couple of drives, first down has been no problem. The next down is when we've had issues.
Yeah, great job there. It was a slip screen trying to come, as you said, back to Brant Sweat. He lined up here in the middle of 3 wide receivers along the near boundary, able to come inside, makes the catch. A couple of his offensive linemen to get out here in the play with him. Florence able to recover, but Barry, you alluded to it. Good 5.5-yard gain on first down.
The G-man, Sarant, checks in. Big number 22 at 2nd and 5. Albertville, 35-yard line. This time under center. Zuniga hands off. Parker following his blocking. Not much there. A yard, maybe a yard and a half. We'll give him a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Keith, right there, just a great job. Hats off to the Florence defensive line, just stalemating the offensive line up front. And when Parker got to the line of scrimmage, just nowhere for him to go.
Hey, John, love the formation right there. We get under center. You put G-Man at fullback, he's all set, and then you motion a tight end over there, and he had a lot of humanity going at the left side of that Florence defensive line. I love that set. I hope we go back to it later on tonight.
Big third down call, third down for Albertville on the 36-yard line. 3:41 to go in the first, trailing 7-0. CJ out of the gun, went back behind him in there. I think the Aggies may have called a timeout, and they did. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 3:33 to go in the quarter, 7-0 Florence. Aggies on the move. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
So flag on the play. False start calling the Aggies.
You kind of get the yips there a little bit, and one of the linemen leaned forward enough to where the umpire caught him, and unfortunately it goes from third and manageable, Barry, back to third and very long.
You know, that changes your play call. You could have tried running G-man, maybe off tackle, but now you've almost got to pass. Florence knows it, and they're sending 3 of the biggest guys you've seen in a while after CJ. CJ drops back. Here they come. Short pass. Brent makes the catch, but it's only a 2-yard get. No, incomplete. Regardless, it was still going to be 4th down.
It's a good attempt right there. It was actually thrown behind him. And Brant Sweat, the junior, 5'10", 160. I think he used every bit, Keith, of that 5'10" to try to bring it in and just hit the ground a little bit as he was bringing it into his body.
Yeah, way behind him and showing some really good hand strength right there to be able to bring that one in. Go back and look at that formation. He went inside. I think that double move will be there later on. If you get Brant down the sideline, I don't know if they can run with him.
That's a tough play. Now you're looking at a 4th down and 9. Aggies will have to punt it away. CJ high snap. This time low line drive is going to bounce away from the return man. He's having to chase it. Still chasing it. Back to the 25. He drops it. Picks it up. He gets away. He's breaking through to the 20. Now the Aggies got him. Back to the 10-yard line. What a job by Braxton Hudgens. There is a flag down. Usually that may be against the defense, usually for the return team for holding, you would think. Let's hope.
Let's see what they got right here.
Well, Coach,
they were giving Jude Fan the business over here on our sideline, big time.
Well, Coach Weingarten, he's upset. It's back at the line of scrimmage with a punt. If anything, it's got to be holding against Florence, you would think. But, you know, if it's a holding call before the kick, there'll be a 10-yarder. Could it be enough for a first down? Let's see what the call actually is. Could be a personal foul. That would be a first down. It looks like it's going to be against Florence. But the ball is all the way back at the Florence 15-yard line. How about that kick?
Looks like, did he just signal face mask against Albertville?
I think he did.
Are you serious?
He was, I think he signaled face mask. He's over there talking to Coach Morrison. So right now he's probably telling Coach Morrison you can take the penalty for where the end of the play, or you can back Albertville up and make them take it again. And it looks like Coach Morrison's pointing to the locker room, so Albertville looks like they're going to have to punt this one all over again.
I'd make them punt again because that play went downhill in a hurry, Chris.
So what's this flag down here for? There's two flags.
I think it's offsetting, guys. Will they back them up, make them punt it again?
Where's the second? That's like a piece of equipment on there.
The second was on the 20 down here.
You know, I really don't know. If it's two flags, one on the return and one on the kick.
Yeah, then it would be offsetting penalties. You'd replay the down. All right, so face mask up on Albertville, face mask on Florence. We'll offset and replay fourth down.
So you're not going to get a punt like that again. Now, the punt was great. Then the return man tried to change directions about 5 times, and he got dropped about 30 yards from where he fielded it. And that was just a great job of the Aggie special teams. But now we got to do it again.
And, you know, Coach Weingarten said a few times this year that there's been plays in games that have kind of changed the trajectory and the complexion of the game. This is one of those punts, Barry, where it wasn't fielded cleanly, and Albertville doing a great job of tackling Florence deep in their own territory. But now, let's say Florence gets the ball at the 35-yard line. That's a huge difference in that penalty. I can completely understand why Coach Weingarten's upset.
Chris, time to earn your money. Picture the 15-yard line. And now let's see where they're actually going to start this drive. They would have been on the 15.
Yeah.
The odds of that happening again is not going to happen. They're going to have the ball somewhere around midfield at least. So that's going to be a huge penalty for the Aggies. The snap, CJ. Oh my goodness. High kick, short kick off the side of his foot, and it takes a Florence bounce all the way back to the Aggie 31-yard line. So the punt ends up being 0. Well, 1 yard. It goes from the 30 to 31, so
difference in 52 yards.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It ended up being a 52-yard penalty against the Aggies.
They do even move it back a yard to the 32. Okay.
You know, guys, this just goes back to last week. That face mask deal, I don't know what we're doing, but we got called on several times against A-Rap too.
Face mask,
Well,
that one is huge.
Yeah, the Aggies last time Florence had the ball at their own 25-yard line. They turned them away. Aggies defense got to do it again.
All right, quarterback Davis. Davis turns, hands off, second man through, hits the middle. Aggies will stack him up at the line of scrimmage. They're finally going to blow the whistle. There should be another flag over here, number 22, who just tackled Orr after the play was all over, and they're not going to call a penalty on that one, but the play gains about 2 yards. Making the tackle, about 3 Aggies. Keegan Thompson was one of them in the middle of the Aggie defense. You know, that's frustrating. Coach Weingarten's not happy because that play was dead, and the offensive lineman, or rather the running back for Florence, just threw Orr to the ground.
And not only did he throw Orr to the ground, it would have been a 2-point takedown if we're wrestling on a mat.
Gain of 2. Second down and 8 for Florence on hour 30. 2:03 to go in the quarter. Quick pass. Davis throws left side. Got his man. Got some blocking. 25. Gets away from one man. 20. 15. 10. To the 5. To the 2. All the way down to the 2-yard line.
Nope.
First and goal, Florence, or is there a flag?
Nope. He stepped out. It looks like about the 8, Barry.
Gotcha. So Florence will start first and goal from the Aggie 8-yard line. They're up 7-0 on Albertville.
This time keeping everything kind of packed inside with the formation. 2 wide receivers along the far boundary. Quarterback comes up, just fires it out there to his running wide receiver Green. He's able to break a tackle, get down the far boundary, and out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
First down and goal, and there's players all over the field here. Another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. Who's guilty this time?
I think that's going to be...
Not everybody jumped.
No, they're going to call it on Florence. Coach Morrison wants an explanation because he's like, my linemen never put their hands down and they shifted over, and the Aggies came in the neutral zone, and now the line judge is saying that I think it's because, Keith, that when the linemen went to the line of scrimmage, even though they didn't put their hands down, they never got set before the shift.
Yeah, you may be right. I'm trying to figure out what the explanation right there is, John.
They're going to back it up, so it's against Florence at the 13-yard line. Now it's first and goal from the 13-yard line. Clock stopped, 1:52 to go in the quarter. Florence up 7-0. Deep inside Aggie territory. Quarterback turns, hands off, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Keelan Triplett. I don't know if he's ever touched into the end zone. Touchdown, Florence.
Underneath, handoff going to the far boundary. Great job by the offensive line. Keith, we've said that the Albertville defensive line has done a great job of stalemating at the point of attack, but once again, Keelan Triplett able to cut back, and when he cut back across the grain, backside defense of Albertville not there, and he's able to get into the end zone.
You go back, that penalty on the punt. Game changer. Extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 14-0 Florence, minute 44 to go in the first. You're listening to Aggie Football here on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
Ball returned by number 13. Dale Simpson, forward progress stop by number 22, Marquise Andrews. Albertville will start playing 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line.
right here for Florence.
You know, it's easy for me to say if he'd have made his block, but he's out there trying to block Bigfoot. And that guy's a monster. Yeah, I can see. Well, the clock will wind down. Aggies will use this for a timeout as the first quarter is over. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 14-0 Florence. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you Community Channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's Community Channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of Community Channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
CJ to make some different throws, and it's just repetition, Barry. Just having to do it over and over and over. You cannot simulate game speed. And this time, CJ, I think the game of the new offensive coordinator and Coach Weingarten is now starting to come to CJ, making some good decisions at quarterback, making some good throws. And right now, with the ball inside the 30-yard line, the Aggies need to keep the drive alive, Barry, at least come away with some kind of points.
Checking into the game's Cooper Scott. You've got Scott and Kirkland in the backfield. You may say some kind of little wheel route from Cooper Scott down the sideline. 3rd down and 10. CJ. Nope, actually, Cooper Scott's running the Wildcat. The snap to Cooper. He's going to try to bounce it right side. Stops, cuts. Somebody has a face mask. They're going to drive him back. But, Keith, I'm with you. That's a face mask on Florence, don't you think?
Yep, he's already signaled it, so we're going to move them up. We're going to get 5 right there. Do you throw it to the end zone, guys? 3rd and 5?
Well, I tell you, I like that play call, John. Putting Cooper in. He's a much faster runner than CJ. If you get around the corner, he's got some sideline.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the 5-yard variety. Keith, I like it with you. I mean, you just got a free 5 yards. It's still going to be 3rd down, right? 3rd down and 5. I mean, why not put Cooper in there and do that again?
Sure.
Guys, right now, looks like CJ's out of the game. Parker Gibson's in the game.
You know, Cooper is staying in. Are they going to run him? Gibson checked in. Cooper checked in. Is CJ okay?
I'll see if I can. Yeah, it looks like he's okay. He's standing behind Coach right now.
May just be trying to make a change. They're going to run the Wildcat again. Cooper lines up in the backfield. Let's see if he might throw one. 3rd down and 5. The snap to Cooper. No, he's going to run. Fowles is blocking. Almost another face mask. 23-22. As he lowered his head, somebody barely, the hand kind of grazed across the face mask. He picks up about 3. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 from there.
And that time, I mean, you got to give credit to Christian Ramirez, Kellen Hampton, Colton Battles there in the interior part of the line. snaps it back to Cooper Scott, who fakes the handoff to the running back coming across, the wide receiver, should I say, coming across the formation, gets north and south. And Barry, they did not give him a very favorable spot. They actually backed it up another yard. So what you called 4th and 3 is now 4th and 4.
CJ does check back in. Yeah, you got to go for it. You're down 14-0. Need a spark. One man wide left side, 2 to the right. CJ fakes the handoff option, pitch back. Got it to Parker. Parker stops, cuts, dives. It's close. It is close to a first down. The official on the far side is signaling first down. Let's see if he's the man with the seniority here. Let's see. They're going to. It is close.
They're going to say first down.
First down. Somebody.
Yeah, Albertville got it. Line judge came in and said he's going to move the chains down there. Okay. What a great job. They snap it back to CJ. Speed option going to the far boundary, and he's not going to get his name anywhere in the papers, but number 55, sophomore Bray Patterson, crucial block so that they could turn the corner and get that first down.
1st and 10 on the Florence 17. Early second quarter, Aggies down by 14. Hands off up the middle. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, fighting to the 16. Still being pushed, 14, 13-yard line. That's about a 4 to 5 yard gain. Was that a new back in there?
I think it was Hudgens.
So was that Hudgens that moved over from tight end to running back?
Yeah, they played him as a fullback guy. Had his hand on the ground. So first time that we gave that dive play this year.
Gain of 5 by Hudgens, the big tight end / fullback. I like that. Now he'll split out to his tight end spot. 2nd and 5 on the Florence 13-yard line. CJ hands off up the middle. Ooh, he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He actually turned his body sideways when he was hit. That's dangerous.
Well, they've checked in a new lineman, number 78, Brian Ferdinand, senior, 6'2", 280, over here at this guard. And I don't know if they were supposed to double team the nose and try to push him down, Keith, but when they did, it allowed that middle linebacker, that Martin kid, the 25, the senior middle linebacker, just an easy lane for him to run right off into that hole and meet the running back in the hole for no gain.
I tell you what, if he pulls that last one, if he pulls the dive, runs it around the end, CJ's got a lot of running room over here.
All right, no gain, 3rd down and 5 on the 13. CJ 2 backs behind him. He'll turn, pitch it to Kirkland. Kirkland stops, changes directions, tries to cut the corner to the 11. No, he got that on his own, that 1 maybe yard and a half, like a busted play of sorts. Just lucky he made something out of nothing.
Keith, did my eyes deceive me, or did he? I'm looking at the replay, but it looked like he bobbled that ball, and by the time he got a hold of it, where he wanted to go, a bunch of white jerseys were there, and then he just made something out of nothing.
I think that pitch was just a little bit short, too, so he just kind of improvised, grabbed the ball, went back the other way. I thought he was going to have a lot more room than he did. Man, I tell you what, this defense has got a lot of speed.
So it's going to be 4th and about 3.5. They're just inside the 11-yard line. They've got to go to the 8. Here we go. The Aggies, 4th down, going to go for it. CJ pitches back to Kirkland. Kirkland needs a block. They got him back at the 11-yard line. How about that speed? A defensive back came from all the way around the corner. Is there a flag down?
Yeah, guys, so let me go ahead and get this one right here in front of me. Florence player throws a punch. Punches are blocking back in the face. He's probably going to have his night over with. And he's talking trash as he leaves the field.
Yeah.
And guys, you know who that is? Let me tell you who that is. That's number 25. That is the senior middle linebacker. That's the quarterback of the defense that makes those calls down there, Keith. This could be a huge ejection for this football game when you take the quarterback of the defense off the field.
Yeah, if they eject for throwing a punch, he's going to get ejected. Not only did he throw a punch, he landed a punch.
I can tell you who he is. He's about to be called bus man. He's about to get to ride the bus.
So, John, real quick, I know they stopped us on 4th down. Is that going to be 2 penalties backing them up, and they're going to still have the offense, or do we retain the ball?
So the question that they may have to come up with now, according to the way that I understand the rules, and I don't know if I do understand them correctly, was it after the play was stopped? And if it was after the play was stopped, then it's a post-possession foul. But it looks like they're calling both of those while the play was going on. And they're going to get 2 back-to-back personal fouls, and that's going to move the ball, and it's going to give Aggies the first down.
How big is that, Chris?
Wow.
That's because the play was basically over. It's going to be a loss of a yard or 2. The defender came around from the end and tackled Kirkland in the backfield for a loss, but then it all broke loose. and got 2 penalties. So now the ball was on the 11, so I guess is it going to be half the distance than half of it? Is it 2 penalties, both marked off, or just a 1?
Well, I think it's half the distance, isn't it, John?
Because what happened after the play was completely over.
Now, you want to see Coach Weingarten come unglued? They're going to call them post-possession fouls after the stop, and they're going to back up Florence, and it'll be Florence's football. I think that's what they're going to call it. I think that Coach Morrison across the way said we have the stop. Both of those flags were after the play, post-possession foul, so it's going to be Florence's football.
Wow.
Gosh, another huge turn of events, and Coach Weingarten shaking his head, just cannot believe the luck, the bad juju that we've got going on right now.
And the ball is on the Florence 3-yard line. That would have been Aggies' first down and goal with the football, but now Florence has it. They do get the stop. They get the ball back. 8:07 to go on half, down 14-0. So the Aggies, the 2 penalties against Florence, but it's after the play was over. In the end zone, the snap, hands off, right side, 5 to the 7 to the 8 to the 9-yard line.
There's another one.
I tell you, Techeria is a heck of a ball player. He tattooed that running back. Was there a flag at the end, or is it?
Nope.
There should have been. You talking about after the play, guys come, he runs up, hits our guy in the back. I'm talking about in the back of the head, full head of steam after the play, guys. I tell you, it's getting rough out there.
Yeah, it is. 7:43 to go. A gain of 6. Second down and 4. The ball is moved out to the 9-yard line. Second down and short. Quarterback Davis out of the gun, high snap, hands off, hits the middle, diving to the 11, to the 12, fighting for a first, and it's going to be a first. Finally, 1, 2, 3, 4 Aggies will bring him down. Evan House is one of the first Aggies, also Mason Froelich, but it's going to be enough for a Florence first down.
And Barry, Techeria comes out of that pile. That young man is, you called his name a lot today. He is having a whale of a game from that star linebacker position. I know he's only a sophomore. He only weighs 185 pounds on our stat sheet, Barry. He's bringing all of it to play right now.
And put him in the weight room. He's strong as it is, but he's 6 foot 185, a 10th grader, and he will hit you. First down, they're going to mark it around the 13.5-yard line. So Florence digs himself out of a hole. Quarterback play action, back to pass, looks, throws it deep, right side, got a man, complete. A foot race, 40 to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he will score. About an 87-yard touchdown play.
Run the ball. This time the quarterback fakes the underneath handoff, running a wide receiver on the far side, runs a stop and go. The cornerback for Albertville squats on the route. The wide receiver runs past him, and the only way that's not going to be a touchdown, Barry, is if he overthrows him. The running back runs underneath it literally at the Florence 47-yard line, and there's not a soul in the same zip code with a black jersey to chase him down. A huge turn of events in this ball game.
How bad does that hurt, Chris? Wow.
I'm going to get the calculator out.
You had them backed up to the 3-yard line because of the penalties, but now an 87-yard touchdown pass. Kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Florence increases the lead to 21-0 with 6:39 to go in the half. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, Choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Able to traverse all 97 yards, with 87 of those 97 coming courtesy of Davis to McDonald. Extra point up and good. And halfway through the second quarter, Florence extending their lead 21-0.
High kick, deep kick. This one driving Simpson back to the 5-yard line, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Breaks free from one man, 25-30. Great. Oh, that was another face mask. How did you not see that one? He was slung down by his face mask. We can say you got him by the collar.
Yeah,
there comes a late flag. There's something, and this may be on the Aggies after the play was over.
Yeah, I think that's somebody giving them the business. Look right here, guys.
No, that's going to be against them guys again. Jude Fan, they've been giving him the business on kickoffs all night long, and they finally called that one on them. Going to back them up 15 for sure.
And Barry, when you once again with Aggie Vision doing a great job from over at AIA, our Albertville Innovation Academy, making sure we have replay up here in the booth. Was not a face mask. Simpson's head went down, but the Florence defender had his hands inside the shoulder pad area, legal tackle.
You know, I hate to say this, but I can see coming now why Florence may be 0-2. These 15-yard personal foul penalties are really piling up, Chris. There's another one.
Yeah, that gives them about 80 yards in penalties not already.
Yeah, they lost to Hillcrest 35-7 and to Muscle Shoals 34-7. I think penalties have been a big factor in both of those losses. Got to be. So this is another big one, and we're going to have the ball on our 46-yard line, first down and 10. 6:29 to go here in the half. CJ drops back, has time, left side throws, got his man, but he threw it short. Kobe just trying to grab it, does so, but falls down, no gain. Had he led him a little bit more, he had at least 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah, and credit Kobe, he's trying to keep the ball from hitting the turf and being incomplete, and when he did, he just kind of got off balance, Barry. To be honest with you, when he caught it, kind of glad that he fell forward to get that yard back. It could have been a loss of a yard, so a good job there by at least keeping your balance enough to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage.
46-yard line, second down and 10, Albertville. 5:55 to go here in the half. 3 men wide, right side, 2 to the left. CJ drops back, has time, throws it, got his man complete. Nope, dropped it. He was hit. And that was the big tight end, Hudgens. The minute he touched the ball, he was hit by 2 men, incomplete.
You talk about Hudgens coming out and just squatting down in a route, and CJ saw him, threw the ball to him right there, but 26 and 23 converge on him at the same exact time, jar the ball loose. It could have been a good pitch and catch. Would have been a gain of about 4 yards, Barry, but now once again 3rd and long.
Got the heat timeout. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Down 21-0, 5:43 to go in the half. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Gunnersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
And we're back with Aggie football presented by Power 107.5 and Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Big third down call, 3rd down 10. Got to keep the drive alive. You're already down 21-0, 5:43 to go in the half. Tate Prater checks back in. He'll be split out left side. You got Sweat and Hudgens wide right side. CJ, nobody back there with him, drops back. And there's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
Got to hold your water. I know you want to get downfield. I know that you're trying, and you haven't seen the speed over the last 2 weeks that you've seen this week. You're trying to get into your route. You're trying to get the first down. But what you did there, and I'm not going to name any names, Barry, but we just had a wide receiver that left a little bit early, and now what was a 3rd and 10 becomes a 3rd and 15.
You know, that's going to be frustrating as a coach, just because 9 times out of 10 when we get those flags, it's one of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
The linemen, for the most part, doing their job. Occasionally they'll get one. But now it's 3rd and 15. Now you'll think Florence is going to send the house. That's why the Aggies put 2 men in the backfield with him to give it a little protection. CJ drops back, and here they come. The big guys are coming, rolling right side. He just throws it away into the crowd. He saw what was coming. There were 3 Florence Falcon defenders in his face. He was just running for his life that time.
And Barry, what makes me upset on that play, and Keith, I think you know where I'm going to go with this. They dropped 8 and rushed 3. And by the time CJ got the ball in his hands, the 3 Florence Falcons were already in the backfield, 3 versus 5. CJ can't even look downfield because of the pressure. You got to give your quarterback some time.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. 3 on 5, you've got to be able to hold your water a little better than that.
Yeah.
Give him a little more time. We could have maybe had something over here with Brant Sweat, but you got to give the man time.
Aggies will punt it away, and CJ going to roll. They're going to fake it. He throws. He's got Kobe Watson complete. 45 midfield to the 49. That was about an 11, 12-yard gain. It's still about 5 yards short, but Kobe Watson was 1 man away from breaking that down the sideline.
It's a great play because ended up that Florence was bailing out of there. But once again, you got 2 guys back there. You've got Walt Barrett and you've got the other Zoe Martin back there. Both of those guys going to play football on Saturdays. They didn't completely bail out. They kind of saw what was happening. It was a wheel route out the back door. They were trying to catch Florence and surprise them. And when they get it out to Kobe out there in the flat, you're right, Barry, a lot of green grass in front of him. But those guys came up, converged, made the tackle, and Florence now starts at their own 49.
It almost worked. A good fake punt. Florence has it, though, 49-yard line, 1st down and 10. Quarterback Davis, man in motion left side, drops back, looks. He's going to roll to his left side, gets away from one Aggie to midfield to the 46. He'll dive to the 46. There's a block in the back. Nothing called, but it's going to be a gain of about 6, maybe 7 for the big quarterback Davis.
That was a great job by the interior of the defensive line. I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, guys, that was number 59 again, Hunter Alford, that's having him a game, the 5'10", 212-pound junior coming up the middle. The quarterback was looking to kind of snap it out here and get 3 on 3, but Hunter Alford disrupted everything, and the quarterback had to tuck it and just get what he could get out of it. Looks like we got a penalty on the play.
We sure do. You said that like you're surprised. Oh, look, there's that penalty we've been waiting on. Yeah, but you're right. It's against Florence. It's going to be a holding call. They're going to back it up to the 44-yard line.
Well, good. I mean, finally a Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag that didn't go against us.
That's a 9th one, too, by the way.
Goodness. Back to the 44-yard line. First and 15 on Florence Davis. Bad snap, scoops it up. Rolls left side being chased. They got him all the way back 35-yard line. First Aggie Keegan Thompson down there along with Evan House.
And Barry, he's not going to get his name anywhere on the stat sheet for this, but I believe that's number 3 here along the near, nope, not number 3. Who is that? The defensive back here along the near side. Is that Cooper Scott?
I believe it is Cooper, yeah.
Yeah, Cooper did a great job. He locked up the Florence wide receiver who was trying to do another stop and go. Cooper Scott stayed with him. Quarterback had no option, and by the time he figured out that Cooper had his receiver locked up, as you said, Keegan Thompson, the defense, able to sack him.
Back to the 36-yard line. It is second and long. Second and 24 with 4.5 to go in the half. 21-0 Florence. Aggies bringing out, they're going to bring Simpson in, take Orr out. Again, it's an equipment problem.
Knee pads again.
They're making us pull his knee pads down. So they back it all the way up to the 36. Davis hands off right side, stops, cuts, 35, 36, 37, tackled from behind by a couple of Aggies. Good job of the Aggie defense. A short gain of a couple. First Aggie there was Jesus Godinez.
Yeah, what you talk about Jesus Godinez, able to come up 5'10", 175-pound sophomore from his linebacker position, able to cut the Florence running back down. That was a great play by that young man to make it now 3rd and a country mile.
And I think they're going to call a timeout and talk about this, so we'll keep it here. 4:13 to go in the half. How about the defense overall has not played badly. You've got one pass play where we got burned on defense. One of the touchdowns was that, a 25-yard drive when we gave them the ball deep and inside their territory?
Well, actually, if you think about it, Barry, when they gave them the ball on the 25, it was a turnover on downs. It was the next drive on the 32-yard line after that horrible incident with the punt and the penalties and all of that stuff. And then that was a 4-play, 32-yard drive. But as you said, the Aggie defense, with the exception of the initial 6-play, 74-yard drive that started the scoring, they've played fairly well and kept Albertville in this game. And 2 times with going out there, horrendous field position not on their side, were able to turn the Falcons away. And then that big long play, that's the big one.
Hey, Keith, they're checking out Kobe Watson right behind you this then. Is like maybe his left leg. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's moving around pretty good, guys. I think he's okay.
The trainers were checking him out a second ago. So here we go, 3rd down long from the Florence 38-yard line. They got to go to the Aggie 41. So Davis out of the gun coming out of the timeout. 4:13 to go in the half. Davis drops, looks left side, almost picked. Tip in the air, incomplete. Jude Fan timed that perfectly. That was almost a pick 6 touchdown.
Yeah, I think it was going to be another stop and go, this time with the inside receiver, but the quarterback let it go. Jude Fan jumped the route, and boy howdy, his 5'11", 159-pound self nearly had a pick 6. It just went off of his hands.
Is this the first Florence punt? I believe it is, isn't it?
Let's see.
I think so, yeah.
So
Yep, it's the first one. They had a turnover on downs, but this is a punt. Yep.
All right, Cooper Scott drops back to the Aggie 30-yard line. Aggie setting up a return. Good kick. Cooper chasing it all the way back to his 20. Called a fair catch. And Aggies will start around the 21, 22-yard line. Great punt. So, hey, that's a big stop. Yes. You're down 21-0. Had you go down 28-0 before the half, that's going to be a long second half coming your way.
Guys, right now, 4:01 left to go. The defense just came out, did exactly what you needed them to do to get you a stop. Now, Barry, and I know we keep saying it, but I know we can do it. We came out of the Arab halftime locker room and was able to put a huge drive together. Tonight, we've been able to move the football. Now we've got to move the football, eat the clock, get some points before we go into the halftime locker room.
All right, CJ out of the gun, starting from the Aggie 21, maybe 22-yard line. CJ turns, hands off, first man through. Got a big hole, 26, 27-yard line, a gain of 6. And that was Colin Parker up the middle. Good job of the Aggie offensive line blowing up a huge hole. Was that Christian? Who was the first Aggie?
I think
it was Christian Ramirez.
Well, Christian and Kellen, but then remember that they've taken Colton Battles out right now. I don't know if there's an injury or not. Substituted him with number 78, Brian Ferdinand, and the 6', 280-pound senior just cleared a hole there.
Aggies need some first downs here before the half. Just use that clock. Sweat in motion. Hands up to Parker again. Hits the line, 30, 31, 32. This is going to be close to an Aggie first down. I think he's got it. Give him 5 yards. I tell you, the Aggie offensive line looks much better right now.
Yeah, the Aggie offensive line, Bray Patterson, Christian Ramirez, Kellen Hampton. Once again, they've got Brian Ferdinand, Maddox Beck out there. Those guys are, as we said in the pregame, it's a younger defensive line for Florence. If the offensive line can just control that area, get those guys moving a little bit like they've done on the last two plays, there's yards to be made by the running back core.
33-yard line, first down, Albertville, 3:04 to go in the half, down 21-0. CJ hands up to Parker again. This time they're waiting on him. Nowhere to go but backwards. He might have gone back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say no gain, 2nd and 10, Albertville.
Keith, looked like that time they just brought the house on a blitz from the linebackers. You can move us around a little bit, and then the line. Yeah, actually, exactly. When I'm looking at the replay, great job filling by the linebackers. Make a good tackle there.
2nd down and 10. If nothing else, the Aggies will have used a couple of minutes off the clock by getting that first down.
Yes, absolutely.
So if Florence does get the ball back, they won't have a whole lot of time to work with it. So it's 2nd and 10, clock running, 2:25 to go on the half, play clock at 9. CJ, the snap, rolls left side, stops, looks, throws, got his man, screen, 40, 45, Kirkland to the 45. I love that play call. Kirkland picks up an Aggie first down.
They want to be aggressive, Keith. Let them chase me back, and then I'm going to let my running back get behind you, my offensive lineman get downfield. Great play call.
Yeah, I love that play right there, guys. We're setting it up. We've got to take a shot in a second, try to get some big-time yards. I understand what they're trying to do, kind of run the clock right there, but I think we take a shot to Brant Sweat again.
I agree. All right, 45-yard line, another first down, 1st down and 10, Albertville. Clock under 2 minutes to go in the half. It's 21-0 Florence. Aggies on the move at the 45-yard line. 2 men wide left side. CJ, one back beside him. He'll turn, heads off to Kirkland. Tries to bounce it left side. He's got some speed. 50, 45 to the 43. Another Aggie first down, a gain of 12. Clock running with 1:40 to go in the half.
Jakari Kirkland hurt last year. Fights through the offseason. Great workouts through the offseason. When we've got to the first game, remember Coach Weingarten's coming in here new. Jakari not in that rotation. Guys, right now, I would say Jakari Kirkland, one of the top running backs in that running back core.
42-yard line of Florence, clock running, 1:21 to go in the half. CJ hands off Kirkland, tries to bounce it right side, stops, cuts, tripped up. One of the Florence players fell. He tripped over his feet and falls. He is slow getting up. He may have knocked the breath out of him because he hit the ground so hard. With the ball, I think it was underneath him. He may have knocked the breath out of himself.
Wow, Jakari Kirkland with a head of steam coming here to the near boundary. And just out of the blue, number 13, Jacalyn Jones, a junior cornerback at 106, able to undercut the block of the receiver, Keith, and literally just throws his hands where he thinks Jakari is, and I think he just hit the swoosh on his Nike cleat, and that's all he touched.
Man, I tell you what, Jakari's so darn explosive. He's like one guy away from breaking this big one wide open. In the play action game, I think could be there the way we run the ball right now.
All right, 2nd and 7, Albertville on a Florence 39-yard line. CJ drops, looks left side, throws, Sweat's got it, dropped it. He was looking to see who was about to hit him before he caught it, took his eyes off the ball.
You had 2 wide receivers on the far side, both of them running slants. And let me tell you what I think is really classy. He ran it, the ball got there, it was exactly where he needed to be, he went off of his hands. He goes to CJ, he pats CJ on the helmet, and then he pats himself on the chest. And you know what he said, Jink? That's my fault. That's my fault. You did everything right. You got to like it when a player recognizes that and just says, I'm going to make up for it next play.
3rd down, 7, clock stopped, 55 seconds to go in the half. CJ rolls left side, has time, stops, looks, throws back to the middle, tip, got it, complete, Hudgens, 30-yard line. The ball was tipped, made the catch. Are they going to say no catch? What are they saying? It is a catch, but he's down to the 30-yard line. They'll tip drill, and he made the catch.
Tip drill. Needed 10 yards. It kind of got tipped. Braxton Hudgens able to get it right at the 30-yard line. That's about 11.5-yard gain. Moves the chains, and I think Coach Weingarten going to use his last time out here, Bear.
That's a good call. 30-yard line, 1st down and 10. You've got 45.5 to go here in the half. The offense has found some life here late in the second half, or second quarter, Chris.
Hey, I like this passing game, guys.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks better than the last 2 weeks. I really like it. It's looking good on that.
I think what's happening, John, is Kirkland is explosive, and the defense, they haven't seen a running back like that tonight.
Yeah, and I think what they're having to do is, because he's been able to get that ball, like pitch it out or make little quick throws to Jakari Kirkland, the linebackers just can't come flying up out of there because CJ's good enough to get it over your head. But also, Barry, what I think is happening is CJ is getting comfortable with the offense. New offensive coordinator. We said it when we came into the offseason, coming out of fall camp, and it looks as if right now in front of us that CJ Zuniga is growing up in this offense and making some very wise decisions with the football. You got to like it when you're getting that kind of coaching. And I had a chance to talk to CJ last weekend. CJ said he loves the coaches, loves the coordinator, and he's beginning every day to feel a little bit more comfortable in this offense.
All right, here we go. First down coming up, 30-yard line. Aggies have no timeouts left, 45.5 to go in the half. Would love to get 7 here before the half. Wouldn't that be nice to cut it to 21-7? 3 men wide right side. Florence showing pressure. CJ drops. Here comes pressure. CJ's got to hurry. They got him. 42-yard line. He waited too long, but looking downfield. Keith, was anybody open downfield?
I wish he'd just turned it loose, man. You can't take a sack right there and waste all this time and back up that far.
Because you're out of timeouts, yeah. Loss of 10. Second down now and 20. CJ will spike it this time. Now it's 3rd and 20. Clock stops with 24.6. That sack, somebody should have picked up that they're bringing the house. You got to unload this in a hurry, CJ.
Well, what happens? Your defensive end, sometimes they just win, Barry. I mean, you see it at every level from Pee-wee all the way to the pros. Offensive tackle here on this near side. He kind of got his feet caught up and got turned, and when he did, the defensive end was able to get through his block. CJ's looking downfield, and about the time he realizes and feels the pressure, too late, defensive end sacks him. That was a huge defensive effort play by the Florence Falcons.
He doesn't have to have a touchdown, about 10 or 15, and then step out of bounds. CJ back to pass, looks, throws it deep right side, Sweats back there, jump ball goes up, tipped, incomplete. There were 2 Florence defenders. This kind of playing catch, hoping he might could out-jump him, could not do it, and it's 4th down coming up.
Keith, did Brant Sweat nearly catch that on his back when he hit the ground? Because it looked like the 2 Florence Falcons went for the ball, and then the ball just kind of maybe hit him between the numbers and rolled off on the ground.
Yeah, he never quit fighting for it. He had his eyes on it the entire time, and he almost went up between the 2 players and made the catch. He's a heck of a receiver. I wish he was about 3 inches taller.
4th down and 20. The thing is now, if you don't convert it here, Florence will get the ball back, or at least maybe a play left. And they've already had one big 87-yard touchdown pass play. Got to get something out of this. 4th and 20 on their 40-yard line. 16 seconds to go in the half. CJ drops back, looks, throws to the middle, intercepted.
No.
Here comes the return. 30 to the 35 to the 40 to the sideline. Sweat will push him, gets away. Going to be shoved out of bounds inside the Aggie 40 with 4.9 to go in the half. They got time for one play.
Guys, that's number 23 for Florence, just dropping back in coverage. And I don't think that CJ saw Jaden Irons, a junior linebacker, just dropping back, reading his eyes. And when he let the ball go, linebacker steps in front of it, makes the interception, picks up some blockers here along the near boundary. And now with 4.9 seconds, Florence with a chance to heave one to the end zone.
That's the last thing we need here, Chris, is for like a Hail Mary to end the half. And they go up 28-0. We saw it happen with Boaz last week. Yeah. Final play of the half. Defense back playing prevent defense. Florence on our 38 with 1 play left. They do have a couple of timeouts, but they won't have time to use them. And I think they're looking over the Aggie defense. They're going to call a timeout and come back and check and get a new play.
Barry, don't you think, too, we haven't seen number 8, that Cavante Green, that big, tall, wide receiver that we talked about during pregame and made a couple of big catches early. He hasn't been much of a force in this game. But, gosh, Barry, as tall as he is and as big as he is, Keith, you think that would have to be the prime target for a jump ball into the end zone?
He'd be the guy I'd be throwing it to.
Yep.
Guys, the defense that we lined up in, I didn't like it. I believe that he was going to be able to stand back there all day long and let all his guys get down there. I'd bring some pressure right here. I don't think they're going to try to screen you right here with only 4 seconds left. They're going to try to go to the end zone. I'd bring number 3 and number 18 off each edge and see if we can get some pressure on this quarterback. You can't let him stand back here and let his guys get all the way to the end zone before we get pressure, before he's able to throw the football. That's not going to work out.
I think it's why he called a timeout. He saw something he liked. Now they're ready. Here we go. First down. Davis drops, rolls right side. Got his man complete. 40, 35 to the 30. Cuts to the middle. 25 to the 20. He's going to be hit and dropped finally at the 12-yard line as the clock winds down to 0. So at least we'll keep him out of the end zone. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Halftime, Florence up 21-0. You're listening to Albertville Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Joe Majors, Mesa Tavares, and Hassan, is your band ready? Falcon Band, you may take the field.
Everything starts with a simple idea. To make something new, we take our ideas and rearrange.
turning blue. It's cutting out. It's shutting off. Like the entire time.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Albertville High School Band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Josh Anderson, Aaron Saxon, Nathan Husky, and Elena Garrett. The color guard instructors are Enza Cash and Cassidy Bailey. The dance line instructor is Lindsay Beck, and the percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Tonight, we are proud to present a portion of our 2025 show titled Fuego. We begin with Set Fire to the Rain by Adele and continue the opener with Burning by Jelly Roll. The show continues with our percussion feature, Fuego by Pitbull, followed by Ashes by Celine Dion. We will continue tonight's performance by the Albertville High School Fight Song. Ladies and gentlemen, the Aggie Band is under the field direction of drum major Landon McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
I hear you, Charlie.
All right, Charlie, get back down there and get busy. Keith needs some help. Well, John, what do you thought? We had a couple of good drives there in the first half.
I'm sorry, Barry. That was great. I can't. That was some bad words, boy. No, listen. What was your question again? What I think about the first half?
I mean, the last two times we touched the ball, we played much better football.
Played much better football, and I think what's going to get lost, Barry, on the fact that, once again, they go 32 yards on a short field to make it 14-0, and then they had that one big long 87-yard pass play to make it 21-0. But Barry, I think what's going to get lost in this whole thing is the fact that on the second drive of the game, with Florence having the ball at the Aggies' own 25-yard line, they turned the ball over on downs. The next time you ended up having Florence getting turned over on downs again. And so the Aggies twice defensively have been able to force a fourth down play and then get off the field on fourth down. So I don't want that to get overlooked, that the defense is playing hard, and if the offense can just, if they can see what they were doing on those last two drives offensively and moving the ball, go into this halftime locker room, make a couple of more adjustments, remembering that defensive line of Florence is not as strong as it's been in the past. And I was talking to Pete Hampton coming up during halftime. The interior part of the offensive line, which is led by Christian Ramirez, Kellen Hampton, and now Brian Ferdinand, those guys are making some holes there in the interior, and Jakari Kirkland can hit them. I think the Aggies, if they could come out right now, Barry, put a drive together, score some points, then that puts an entire different perspective on this football game.
You know, Chris, we were talking, Florence had the big personal foul penalties, but Chris, the Aggies still had those motion offside penalties, and those were like second and short, third and short, and those killed a couple of drives.
Yeah, those did, guys. But I will say this on a positive note. Hey, the penalties on the Aggie side of the ball tonight are a lot less than what they've been the last two games.
And Florence, I can kind of see why they may be 0-2 right now. They've had a lot of personal foul penalties, and 15-yarders too, mainly from running your mouth, swinging a couple of times, and throwing a punch.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, guys, noticed at the end of the first half there, I'm not going to call the young man out by name, but the young man that threw the punch in the first half and landed the punch, he didn't get ejected.
That is surprising. I thought that would be like an automatic ejection when you're basically throwing a punch and hitting the other player in the face. We're set to go. Florence will kick off 21-0 lead. Here's a kick, high kick, deep kick. Dez will return it 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30. He's got room, 35, 40 to the sideline. There he goes. 35, 30, a foot race. They got him at the 15-yard line. And there's a flag on the 28-yard line.
Wow. If this is going to come back because of a hold.
I think it was after the play, John. I think the Florence young man and G-man, they had a steel cage match now, fight down there about the 20-yard line.
And the white hat right here had the flag, looked over at Coach Weingarten. Coach Weingarten signaled something to him. So I'm thinking that the flag might have been on Florence. Let's see. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Albertville and against them. They're going to offset, and they're going to put the ball back right down here because it was a post-possession play. So that's a good call by the referee. Coach Morrison is absolutely livid across the way. But, Barry, finally, something good coming out of the halftime locker room with the Aggies with the ball at the Florence 17.
How about Des Simpson on that return? He's fast, but we just saw a man who was faster. They caught him from behind. Man, the Florence guy caught him from behind. So the Aggies, great start, 17-yard line of Florence, first down and 10. CJ in the gun, 2 men behind him.
Somebody got to get Coach Morrison off the field. He's literally standing on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they got 12 men out there. One of them's a coach.
What's the deal?
Now I think, oh my gosh.
They're going to make a kick again.
I think Coach Morrison has won his argument, and they're going to make them kick the ball all over again. They're going to say that, oh my gosh.
I'm telling
Coach Weingarten is about to lose his mind.
Livid.
We can't buy a break, guys. I mean, dadgum. That's the first big-time explosive play that we've had, especially on special teams all year, and they're going to bring it back.
The only thing I can think of is you had an unsportsmanlike. Keith, the only thing I can think of is they had to call them while the play was alive, and because they are offsetting penalties, we have to replay it all over again. And Coach Weingarten has got to be really close right now because the white hat's coming over to talk to him again. And Coach Weingarten, and he'll get a warning too, but he
asked the official to explain to me what happened because you went over to Florence's side, explained it to their coach. Tell me why you just did that.
Why you changed it.
Explain to me why. That's all he wants to know is why.
He don't want to talk to him about it.
No.
Wow.
That's so now they're going to re-kick. I say Dez has been close the last couple of kicks of returning one. He almost did.
Guys, last week it was a punt that could have changed the game. Another big special teams play for the Aggies, and
here we go. We'll do it again. Here's the kick. High kick, deep kick, same spot. Dez, 5-yard line to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. They're going to wrap him up this time to the 22. That's about a 65, 70-yard.
How many times did that happen tonight, guys?
That's twice. Yeah. And that's a big game changer. We would have had the ball inside their 20-yard line. Now we're going to start barely past our 20-yard line, first down and 10.
That's an unbelievable call. It was way behind the play.
Yep.
You got to tell those guys to knock off that shenanigans because that is a chunk play. And it hurts the Aggies. And I know that it's a foul, but it did not have anything to do to influence the play. And all you've done is really hurt the Aggies who just are needing a break.
All right, first down, 22-yard line. CJ from the gun, man in motion, hands off to Parker. Parker, good run, 25-30, cuts, gets over a man, 35 to the 40, to the sideline, down the sideline, out of bounds, right at midfield. How about Colin Parker? The young man's speed got around the corner, and that's about close to a 30-yard run.
Coach, you talk about a great block here on the right side of that offensive line, Ramirez and Patterson. But correct me if I'm wrong, did you see the Florence defender who was beat out of the play? He tried to leg whip Colin Parker, and Parker jumped over the leg whip.
That'd have been another 15 yards, right?
Sure.
Absolutely.
First down, 49-yard line, one of the longest runs we've had this year. First down, Albertville from our own 49. Low snap, hands up to Parker. He bobbled that one. We were lucky that play even happened. So it was a low snap, then Parker bobbled the snap, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that, like you said, Barry, lucky that he got back to the line of scrimmage, just kind of mishandled the snap, CJ did, and then there was kind of a bobble in that quarterback-running back exchange, and Parker got north and south. He probably should have been hit about 3 yards, but Barry, that's a hard-fought 3 yards to keep it a 2nd and 10 anyway.
So back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 from our 49. 10:49 to go in the third. 21-0 Florence. Aggies 2 men wide left side. Sweat checks in. He lines up in the backfield. He'll turn, hands off to G-Man. Stops, cuts, not much there. Line of scrimmage, give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9, Albertville.
trying to run it to the short side of the field underneath handoff. G-Man coming here to the near side, but Florence did a great job of just sliding literally down the line of scrimmage, saying we don't think that you're going to throw it over the top of us on this play. And as they ran him down the line of scrimmage, ran him out of bounds, gain of only about a yard.
10:15 to go in the third, 21-0 Florence on top. Aggies with the ball first here in the second half. Had a big play, almost returned a kick for a touchdown, but offsetting penalties brought the play back and they re-kicked. 3rd down and 9, sitting at midfield. CJ, nobody behind him, drops back, looks left side, little screen.
Oh, boy.
I don't know where that was going. Throws it over everybody's head. Sweat was there. That one sailed on CJ into the Aggie bench.
And probably lucky, Barry, that one didn't get intercepted. It went over the running back's head. But Keith, the outside linebacker who saw that whole play develop, looming in the area, that could have been a pick as well.
Guys, and just a little update, it looks like Brian Ferdinand got hurt going into halftime, and he's probably not going to see any more action this game.
Gotcha. So we'll have a new lineman replacing him, and Dez being treated on the sideline too. Here's a kick, high kick, good kick, returnable to the 20. Here he comes, 25. He'll try the left side, being chased. Hey, got him. Nope, gets away. He'll fall to the 27-yard line. Good coverage by Keegan Thompson. Had him, slipped away, but he slowed him down enough for his teammates to catch up and bring him down.
That's exactly right, Barry. Keegan Thompson, first man on the scene, able to grab and hold on him. He was able to get loose, but he held on long enough that the rest of the other 10 Aggies could rally to the ball, get those guys down. Great job by Keegan Thompson.
Keith, they're checking Dez out here behind you on like his left leg. Looks like he's okay, though. He's standing, and they're just working on something around his left leg.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit of blood on his pants. You know, in high school football, they will not let you play, so they're cleaning that up with a little peroxide right now.
Here comes Florence, 1st down and 10, their first possession here in the second half. Quarterback Davis, he's gone the whole way. 2-man right side. Davis turns, hands off, up the middle, stops, changes directions. 35, got him, 37-yard line. Short gain on the play, first Aggie there. Hey, good to see Peyton Jones in there. Peyton helps make the tackle.
Hadn't seen Peyton in there a lot. Peyton able to come up and make the tackle. But, Barry, did you notice coming out of the gate, I think they knew in the first half that if they block to the left or they block to the right, if the running back slows down a minute, he's got a lot of cutback lanes right there. It was just an immediate cutback and able to get yardage.
Key line triplet, gain of 3. Back to triplet again. He's got a hole. 30, 34-yard line, 35 fighting. It's going to be short of a first. 2, 3, 4, 5 Aggies. They finally blow the whistle. One of the first Aggies there, that was Hunter Alford, along with some backup, and it's going to be short of the first down.
And Keelan Triplett, guys, he is so little. When you look at him, he's 5'10", and people say, well, that's not too little. It is when you got these big 6'4", 6'3" guys in front of you, and you can just kind of hide behind them. And then all of a sudden, you're a defensive lineman, a defensive linebacker for Albertville trying to find him, and all of a sudden, Barry, he pops through that hole. That's the reason why the young Triplett, young man, has been able to get 3 or 4 yards a pop.
3rd down and 3. The ball is on the Florence 35. 8:29 to go in the third. They're up 21-0 with the ball. Davis hands off to Triplett again. Stop. They got him in the backfield. He will not get away. Guess who? There's a flag down. But Amani Techeria, first Aggie there. And it's going to be a loss on the play. It's either going to be 4th and about 5. I would decline the penalty.
Yeah. Yep. He turned around to the official and declined it. And Coach Weingarten screaming and yelling out there at the numbers, but he's not mad. He's just talking about how great his defense played on that series coming out of the halftime locker room.
Techeria, we called his name a lot this season, Chris.
Man, he is on fire tonight.
He's only a sophomore. They list him as 6'1", 185. He is so quick, and they're going to punt it away. Only the second punt of the game. It's 4th down and 7. The snap, line drive, what a kick. It's going to bounce at the Aggie 30 and take a Florence roll all the way, my goodness, to the 11-yard line. What a roll. That's a good punter right there. Aggies will start at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10, but the main thing is they stop Florence. 3 plays and punt.
Man, I think they've punted the ball twice tonight. Both times that guy has absolutely put a scud or a rocket down through there. One thing really quick, Keegan Thompson, the play before that last play, they're running GT, so they're pulling the guard and the tackle, and he's doing a really good job as a smaller defensive end / outside linebacker, doing a really good job taking on both those guys, turning it back in, allowing 18 to get to the ball. He did a really good job. 2 plays back-to-back. We'll give him a shout-out.
Back to the 11-yard line, 1st down and 10, 7:58 to go in the third. CJ man in motion, hands off to Sweat. He's going to try to cut it around the corner. He's got some sideline. He's going to be hit hard at the 15-yard line. One of the Falcons, I think that was the assist truck, hit him. It's going to be a short gain of a couple.
Underneath handoff coming here near side, kind of a zone blocking technique there by Albertville coming to their left-hand side. I think Sweat thought that he had a lane to cut back up, Barry, and when he did, he realized that number 6, the safety, Otis Sistrunk Jr., coming from bringing all 205 pounds to the party, absolutely nails him.
2nd and 7 up to the 14-yard line, trying to dig out of a hole after a great punt. Sweat in motion, hands off to Parker. Parker fights over the 17-18, a couple of yards left side of the Aggie offensive line leading the way. It's still going to be 3rd down, but a good run. Parker has had a good game tonight, Chris.
He sure has. He's 9 carries, 57 yards.
Buried right there, Bray Patterson, along with Christian Ramirez, the left tackle, left guard, able to open up enough of a hole. As you said, the running back, Parker, able to get up in that hole and make what was a 2nd down and long, 3rd manageable.
Big 3rd down call. 3rd down and 2 coming up on the 19. Got to have a couple of hard yards. The G-man checks in. He's in the backfield. Sweat's in the backfield. 3rd down and 2 from the 19. CJ bobbles it, hands it to G-man, fighting. 1st down, 21, 22, 23, a gain of 4. 1st down, Albertville, and the left side of that line, led by big number 76 for Albertville, and that's Colton Battles, blew up in a big hole.
Colton Battles doing a good job there. I thought he may have been injured, but Colton, they said that he broke his knee brace. You know, he had knee surgery, broke his knee brace, but they taped him up, got him back in the game at halftime. But, Coach, right there, if you need a hard 2 or 3 yards, just give it to the G-man. He's good for it.
Man, that's big because now you've dug yourself out of a hole inside your 15-yard line. Now you got a 1st down. Now some breathing room. You're on the 24, 1st and 10. Halfway through the quarter, low snap again. CJ option, pitch back to Parker. Parker, 25, over the 25, knocked out of bounds at the 28, a good spot. That's a gain of about 4, and I think we'll have the heat timeout coming up, and it is. So we'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms with the timeout. 5:54 to go in the quarter. Aggies down 21-zip. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Pass is complete to number 8, Colin Parker.
Now handed to G-Man. He's going to be hit. Did not get it. He was hit in the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. So now decision time. It's 4th down and about 3. I think you almost have to punt. What do you think?
I think you got to punt. You can't afford right now. I mean, you're down 21-0. You can't give them a short field, Barry. I mean, when you look, they've had the short field twice. Yeah. Aggie's been able to turn them away one time. Another time they put it in the end zone. Punt the ball away. Your defense has been playing well.
Your defense has played great here. They got burnt one time on the 87-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up as if they're going to go. They may try to pull Florence off sides. It's 4th and 3. Play clock at 4, 3, 2, 1. The snap, they're going to go. Hands up to Parker, right side. First down, 35, 39, 40. What a gamble. And it's a gain of about 9 yards. But Parker, the right side of the Aggie line, blew a hole open, and it's a first down.
And, Barry, that's why Coach Weingarten gets paid the bucks that he does, and he understands it. His team's down 21-0. I think that he thought, that Florence thought, we're going to snap it back to CJ, and he'll punt it out of there. As soon as CJ got it, handed it to Parker, right side of that offensive line, did a great job with Maddox Beck, Colton Battles, Kellen Hampton, able to get the skates, the defensive lineman on skates, get them going backwards, and Parker makes the first down.
And we're using some clock, keeping the ball away from Florence. 3:45 to go in the third, down 21-0, but the Aggies are driving. First down on the 40-yard line. Oh, did Florence, he almost came offside. CJ, and there's a whistle. Now there's a flag. One of the linemen I thought jumped, but it's a very late flag. Another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
Guys, you've still got a starting safety for Florence out of the ball game with that cramp. I'm not sure. I'm not taking a shot. Try to run somebody up the seam, confuse that young man, or either overload one side and try to go backside on a one-on-one deal. See if we can't beat them downfield.
5-yard penalty. That may have been, was that one of the linemen that jumped? It's a 5-yard penalty for the Aggies. So 1st and 15, back to the 35-yard line. 3:33 to go in the quarter. Third quarter, Aggies with the ball. 1st and 15. They got to take it to midfield for a first. You've got Tate Prater wide left side. Kobe Watson joins him. CJ out of the gun. CJ hands off to G-Man. He's going to be hit in the backfield. They got him. He's a strong back. There's a face mask. A face mask. One of the Florence players had him. The other one reached in and grabbed him by the face mask. It's got to be face mask Florence.
I was just wondering, is it going to be face mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to call it on them.
Yeah.
I thought G-Man got his hands up into the face mask of Florence as well, but maybe they saw one and not the other.
It's a loss of 4, but with a penalty, that's big. I mean, he put their hand up in his eye hole.
That's not very nice.
You do not want that. So with the flag, how many 15-yard personal fouls have they had, Chris?
Let me get my calculator out.
Is that going to be a 5-yard or is it the 15?
That's a 15-yarder.
That's 15-yarder.
Yeah,
that's going to be a first down then.
That is the 4th 15-yarder on them.
Yes. If my math serves me right, from 7th grade year, that's 60 yards.
And not only that, Barry.
I didn't take math after that.
Remember, you got the 5 yards a few moments ago on Albertville. Because he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage, they ended up getting 15 yards, so that moves the chains, and the Aggies get a first down.
That is huge. First down to midfield, so take away the Aggie 5-yard penalty. Now it's an Aggie first down. 3:05 to go in the quarter. The clock continues to be the Aggies' friend, keeping the ball away from Florence. Parker up the middle, 47-46, a gain of 4. Parker, as the game goes on, he's getting stronger. The 5'8", 165-pound running back. He's running more like about a 200-pound running back.
Gosh, the guys right now, I mean, Bray Patterson, Christian Ramirez, Kellen Hampton, Colton Battles, Maddox Beck. They're not going to get their names on Jink's stat sheet, but those guys are moving the defensive front of Florence around. Florence started this game in a 3-4, Barry. Now they've come in with 2 defensive tackles and 2 defensive ends, Keith, knowing that they're getting pushed around with just a 3-man front.
This defense beginning to get a little bit winded for Florence. 2nd and 6, Albertville from the 46-yard line of Florence. CJ hands off, no play, fakes it, pitch back. Parker stops, cuts, 40, 37-yard line. That is another Aggie first down. Colin Parker, Keith, he's getting stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, he's in great condition, guys. He's able to run the ball over and over. Doesn't really get tired. His vision is getting a lot better, too. He always runs the ball really, really hard. I got the first down right here, man. I've got to take a shot sometime.
Yeah, I agree, because I think the defensive back, is he back in? Is that?
Yeah, he's back in, but still throw the wheel route to throw that wheel route back to Sweat.
Sweat is split out to the right side along the tape Raider. 1st and 10 on the Florence 38. Pitch back right side. Parker stops, cuts in the middle. They're going to stand him up and drop him. No gain at all. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They tried the right side, the quick pitch. They were waiting on him. No gain.
Yeah, this time they pitched it to the right. Parker, thought he saw a lane, tried to cut back. When he didn't see the defensive lineman, number 34, Jonathan Perkins, 6'5", 235-pound senior, able to square him up a yard behind the line of scrimmage. But once again, with the Albertville, you're not going to win every time right at the line of scrimmage, but the Aggies right now have been dominating this area around the line of scrimmage as of late.
Cooper Scott checked in. Are they going to run him in the Wildcat? They are. CJ checks out. Cooper. Cooper may even throw it. Let's see. 2nd down and 11. Cooper lining up the quarterback. The snap to Cooper. Bad snap. They were waiting on the Wildcat. They knew when Cooper come in, he's going to run it. That's when you throw it. They were waiting on the Wildcat.
Yeah, and I want to look at the replay because something happened up front because there's no reason. A blocker. It was a missed block. Defensive tackle was never touched. Guard went down inside, tackle went outside. Defensive tackle was never touched. So by the time Cooper Scott got the ball, number 99 sitting there right there in his face, A.J. Dixon, the 240-pound defensive lineman, just comes into the Albertville Aggie backfield absolutely untouched.
Loss of 6. They were waiting on that play. They knew with him in, he was not going to throw it.
Yeah.
3rd down 17. 3rd down 17 play. Clock running, 8 seconds left, 7-6. The snap, back to pass. CJ throws it right side. Sweat, a little slant over the middle, incomplete off his hands.
Coach says we're off the air.
Coach may want to check his battery. So it's 4th down at about 17.
Tried to throw an inside a screen right there or just a quick slant. Throwing it to the Brant Sweat, that inside slot receiver. He's able to catch it, gets north and south for just a couple of yards until Florence able to swarm the ball, able to stop and make it 4th and long.
So Sweat, a little slant over the middle, led just a little bit too much off the fingertip. So a good drive comes to an end, high kick, great kick, 20-yard line. He's going to roll out of bounds at about the 19, and the quarter is over. We'll take a timeout after 3. This is the Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Timeout. Aggies trail 21-0. You're listening to Aggie Football and Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
calling guys is looking at 82 yards on 14 carries.
He's probably had more yards in this game than we've had rushing in 2 games combined.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good punt by CJ. So Florence will start on the 20-yard line. If nothing else, you kept their offense off the field. And now their defense is a little bit tired. Here comes Florence, first down. Aggies showing blitz. Florence 3 men wide left side. 4th quarter starting 21-0 Florence. First region game of the year. Aggies home next week against Sparkman. The snap, hands off, first man through, dancing around, bounces off, he got it.
Good job.
Good tackle from behind, and I believe that was a young man, we called his name earlier, Hunter Alford. He's had a good game.
Hunter Alford's had a great game, even when he hasn't been in on the tackles. He's been able to kind of stop and stalemate the offensive lineman, but that time able to get off of his block, come down the line of scrimmage, grab Triplett from behind, and Barry, he had a lot of green grass if he gets away from Alford. Alford actually probably stops a big run with only a minimal gain.
Second down and 9. Aggies down 21-0. First region game of the year, showing blitz. Techeria coming through. They pick him up. Back to pass, throwing it deep down the middle. He's got a man. He's got it. 35-yard line. 30. They're going to drag him down by the shirt to the 20-yard line. Got behind Cooper Scott all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Far side wide receiver. Had 2 wide receivers on the far side, and he just ran the post down the middle. And as you said, he got to the inside of Cooper Scott. Quarterback laid it way out there on a perfect pass, able to catch it. Glad that Cooper was able to recover. If he's not recovered, Barry, their band's playing their fight song.
Tough break, Cooper. They've got so much speed about every part of the field. Move the chains, 11-11 to go in the game, 21-0. That was the halftime score. Aggies kept the ball most of the 3rd quarter, but come away empty. Hands off, nope, quick pass right side, dropped it. He was about to be hit by one of the Aggies. I think that was Jude Fan, but incomplete, 2nd and 10.
And if he gets the ball out there to his wide receiver, he's got what he wants, Barry. He's got man on man. If I can make my guy miss, he's going to score a touchdown. It's a good play by Florence, but the good thing is Albertville actually had that played perfectly with their defensive back over there, because I believe he's going to come up and make the tackle. But he also, if you think about it, a lot of interior pressure. Quarterback got rid of that ball before he wanted to.
2nd and 10, 2 men wide right side. Quarterback Davis out of the gun. Davis drops, looks, pressure's coming. Throws, got his man complete, 10-yard line, or makes a tackle. They're going to drive him back, but progress gives him the 11. It is close enough, should be enough, a gain of about 10. Let's see if they spot it. Yes, first down, Florence at the 11-yard line.
Keith, that was right in front of you. Looked like that was just a sticks route, like they knew they needed to get the first down. Wide receiver drives Techeria off and then squats down. Quarterback's already got the ball in the air, pitch and catch just to move the chains.
Yeah, young man ran a really good route, got him to break and flip his hips, and when he did, he put the brakes on. Quarterback delivered a good ball, good play.
New back in the backfield, that's Hines, number 17. First time we've seen him. Quarterback Davis out of the gun from the 11-yard line, knocking on the door. Up 21-0, hands off to Hines. Stops, cuts, slips down. Line of scrimmage, give him maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9.
He got tackled by the 10-yard line, Barry.
He did.
You know, we had talked about where they'll like block to the right, and the running backs will run to the right and then try to cut back. I think he was just trying to do that same thing, cut back. When he did, feet shot out from underneath him, and he got tackled by the 10-yard line.
One of the Florence players could be cramped from the way he's looks like he's okay. Yeah, he's got a leg cramp. They're going to attend to him. Looks like he's okay. He's going to have to check out as the officials stop everything for just a moment as the trainers will come out. Looks one of the linemen, a leg cramp. You know, the offense, unless he's playing both sides of the ball, they haven't been out there much here in the second half.
Sure hadn't. The defense has kept it on the sideline, and the offense been holding the ball a good while.
John, is this the second time they've touched the ball here or third time here in the second half?
This is just the second time that they've touched the ball. Albertville held it on 5 plays, and then they punted the ball. And then Florence had the ball for 4 plays. They punted it, but then the Aggies from their own 11-yard line put a 9-play drive together. It didn't result in any kind of points, but it kind of flipped field position on this thing. And then Florence gets the ball at their own 20. But the reason why the Florence Falcons have the ball deep in Aggie territory now was that one big pass play down the middle that got to the inside.
Florence plays at Austin next week. We're home against Sparkman. Tonight, Sparkman is at home against Austin.
I wonder who's winning that game.
And you got Huntsville to Grissom and James Clemens at Bob Jones.
I did get a score earlier. Boaz down 21-0.
Goodness.
Scottsboro.
All right, second and 9. The young man, he hobbles off. Looks like he's okay with a leg cramp. Second and 9. They're on the Aggie 10-yard line. 10:07 to go in the game. It's 21-0 Florence with the ball. Davis drops, looks left side, throws into the end zone. There's his man, open, tip, knocked out of his hands, or was it? Did he make the catch?
Touchdown.
Wow, that was a kick. How about that catch?
That's a college catch right there, guys. He went up and made a big play, and our defensive back was right in his face and was playing just as good as he could. The guy just went up and made a great catch. Looks like our defensive back on the play has come up hurt right here. Trainers are checking him right now.
Can't see who it is.
It's Orr, number 29.
And he's a tough game. He's been involved in other teams' personal fouls. He's gotten the bad end of it, being thrown around, punched around, but he's played a great game. He's had a good season so far. He went up trying to knock the ball out. At first I thought he had knocked the ball away successfully, but like you said, the receiver came down with it. That was just a great touchdown catch. So 27-0, waiting for the point after, 9:58 to go in the game. So hats off to the Aggies. That's the first points of the half for Florence. The defense has played well.
That was number 8, wasn't it, Keith, that caught the touchdown? That's the one that Coach Morrison across the way said he is an SEC caliber top wide receiver. I think you see it there. High pointed the ball, got it with his hands, strong hands, even with the Aggie defender in great position, able to rip that ball into his body and get his and then body control to be able to get into the end zone.
And I tell you, he's had a little bit of a quiet night tonight, but right there, Orr is able to go up. He gets his hands between the receiver's hands, and just somehow the receiver goes up, high points that thing, pulls it down, and able to secure that thing. They've got Orr up, and they're taking him to the tent right now.
Looks like it's maybe a foot, ankle.
Yeah, lower body.
So he's able to put some weight on it a little bit. So Orr going to put him under the medical tent. But Green, that's his second touchdown catch of the game. And that one was a college football type catch. Like Keith said, it's a great catch in the end zone. So Davis to Green again. Now for the point after with 9:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. First points of the second half. The kick, and it is good. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. It's 28-0 with 9:58 to go. Florence on top. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
Welcome back. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Forge and Albertville scoring update. Again, a long pass set up a touchdown.
Yeah, after an Aggie punt back to the 20-yard line, Florence goes 7 plays, 80 yards. Davis to Green on an 11-yard touchdown, extra point up and good. Florence pulling away here in the fourth, 28-0.
Here's a kick, high kick, returnable. Dez, here he comes. 10, 15 to the 20, to the sideline, 25. They're going to run him out of bounds, past the 30. Dez has done a great job returning kicks all night tonight.
He has.
Because he had that one call back that he almost returned for a touchdown. We had offsetting penalties, and they had to re-kick. Should have been to begin really the second half. Our ball inside their 20-yard line, but they had to do a re-kick, and that just changed everything. You go in the end zone there, and you got a 21-7 game.
Yeah. It just seems like we get the momentum and then just the shifts all of a sudden.
Same thing against Boaz last week. We had the one return punt for a touchdown. They called it back. Fair catch was called, they said, and that changed the game.
Yeah.
Just one or two plays away from just changing games. So unfortunately down 28-0, but a big change in last year's 51-0 loss. Aggies are playing better. CJ hands off to Parker. Parker left side to the 30, over the 30, barely going down maybe 2 yards, second down and 8. But Colin has had a really good second half.
Really good second half. What's he got running wise right now, Gene?
After that carry, he has 83 yards, 15 carries.
It's a great job. Great night for that young man.
You know, I do wonder, last time we had somebody with over 100 yards, how many games you have to go back as far as a running back in one game. It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right, second down and 8, clock running. 9:18 to go. Beautiful night for football. Got the brand new, the big video board, gorgeous board. Nice night for football. Good crowd on hand. And good to see the crowd hanging around and watching the game. The snap, hands off to Parker again. Stops, cuts to the middle. They're waiting on him there. Not much at all. Maybe another yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Good job there, defensive end on this side, Gene, able to kind of stop everything, force Parker to go north and south, and when he did, in just the waning arms of the defensive lineman.
Just, I'm thinking maybe he needs to bring it out a little bit more instead of cutting it up, but I mean, he's making good choices, so.
Chris, there's a couple of times he's cut it up and he's ran into 34, and that's like running into a stump, man. He ain't going backwards. He's a well-built young man.
3rd down, 7, maybe 8. 8:28 to go in the game. 3 men wide, right side, 2 to the left. CJ out of the shotgun. He drops back, has time, throws it. Without him come out of his hands, going straight down. I don't know what happened. He went down to the feet of the tight end. That was Hudgens, and he never had a chance to catch that one.
Seemed like he had a defensive lineman. The defensive end was coming off. I think he was trying to thread it to the inside of him, and he was trying to get enough mustard on the ball to make sure that he got it there. And in doing that, Keith, it looks like a baseball pitcher just kind of low and away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got on top of it. It kind of looked weird coming out of his hand. There's no way he could have caught that football.
I like the fact they're trying to throw to the tight end more.
That's right, yeah.
Because Hudgens, he's run the ball one time as a fullback.
Yeah.
Had a couple of passes thrown his way. High snap, CJ pulls it out. Good kick. High kick, deep kick. It's got some spin on it. It's going to bounce around the 35 to the 39-yard line. So good job of CJ. Florence will start on their own 39-yard line with 8:03 to go in the game. They're up 28-0.
Barry, right now, the ball at the 39-yard line, the Aggie defense that has played well all night. And I know some people will look at the scoreboard and they'll say 28-0. They didn't play well. They have. They have played well. They have basically came out there at the end of the night. I don't think these young men have anything to hang their heads about. They have played a well of a football game. We can talk about penalties. We can talk about plays that were taken back. But one thing that you can't take back is that these guys have played their hearts out. And from last year's 51-0 game, which seemed like it took us forever to get back home, this is a game where, yes, there's some negatives, but I also think that the coaching staff, when they break this film down, a lot of positives, and still 8 minutes to go.
Coming off the tough loss to Boaz on top of it. The snap, quick pass, throws right side, bobbled it, makes the catch. Boy, he was hit the minute he made the catch. Dez Simpson hit him. New quarterback in the game. That's the backup. That's Mahan. Mahan, the freshman, 5-yard gain.
You know, Coach Morrison was talking about Mahan, the freshman, and he said that he's got a young arm, but a good arm. Barry, I think you kind of see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He looked down his wide receiver. He eyed down his wide receiver, but when he decided to throw that football, that was a pretty good strike.
6'2", 225. Got some size. They have two really big quarterbacks here. 2nd and 5 on their 44-yard line. Mahan steps back, looks, throws it down the middle. Got a man behind the defense, incomplete. I like the fact they put some backups in the game. A lot of new faces out there. That was a backup receiver, incomplete. Had that been one of the starting receivers, you might have had 7 points.
Yeah, and you got to like the fact that Jude Fans, your safety number 2 back here, he's kind of getting past him, but Keith coming towards you, Jude Fans smart enough to paw at him a little bit, just enough to throw him off, not enough to get the penalty, and I think that's what caused that incomplete pass.
3rd down 5. Peyton Hall in the game for Albertville. From the 44-yard line, clock stopped, 7:19 to go in the half. Mahan looks to the side. I think they're going to call a timeout. And they will. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 7:19 to go in the game. Florence up 28-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Where is Weddings, Pageants, and Proms?
Boaz. You're not thinking of timing out again, are you, John?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to think why. That's what I thought. Why do we have a Boaz sponsor for Albertville football?
They love their football. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of.
I know.
Needs to be brought to you by Currington Industries or something.
And we're back, 7:19 to go in the game, 28-0. I like the fact that Florence, they've taken out a lot of their ones. I'm seeing, really, I don't know if there's more than 1 or 2 starters out there, if there's even that many out there.
Yeah, I think that they've put in, I'm kind of looking at their 2-deep roster, and while I'm looking at it, a couple of ones here and there, Barry, but for the most part, yeah, number 2's in there.
3rd down and 5, Mahan, the backup quarterback, drops the ball. Aggies are fighting for it. I think they may have it. We may finally have a fumble recovery. And yes, you go back to the beginning of the game, we almost recovered the opening kick. How big would that have been to start the game? But hey, Aggies recover. Now, let's get some points on the board before this game ends.
Yeah, once again, we talked about the defense has been playing well right there. Florence has kind of a little hiccup in the backfield. Quarterback puts the ball on the turf, and the Aggies able to get a turnover. Now, as you said, Barry, ball at the 37-yard line. Let's put together a little 37-yard drive. Let's eat a lot of this clock off and end this game on a positive note.
I'd throw it in the end zone, 1st down. What do you think, Chris? Give it a shot. First down. You got Tate Prater wide right. They've taken Brant Sweat out. Now Dez, maybe run him a little wheel route down the sideline.
Yeah.
You've got Dez and you got Parker in the backfield. CJ, your quarterback. 2 men wide right side. Watson and Prater. First down on the Florence 37-yard line. CJ, man in motion. Nope, hands off to Parker. He's got a little room. 30, 29-yard line. I see some 2s in there for Florence. It doesn't matter. Good run by Colin. He may get 100 yards before it's over. That's a gain of 7.
Be nice to see Colin get 100 yards because he has been the workhorse running back tonight. Left-hand side, once again, we've called him all night. Bray Patterson, Christian Ramirez, Kellen Hampton from the center to the left-hand side of that offensive line, able to make some holes. Parker sees it north and south. Good 6-7 yard gain.
2nd down at about 3. 1 man right side. That's Prater. CJ hands to Parker again. 29, 28, 27. The left side of the Aggie line, shoving them off the line of scrimmage. That is close to a first down, maybe a little bit short. And it is.
And one thing, Barry, that this type of game, even though you're not going to win this game, can do for the offensive lineman film room is show them that, guys, you can move 7 to 8 defensive linemen around. When you put everything together, you can control the line of scrimmage. Great things to work on in the upcoming weekend.
3rd down and a yard on the 27. CJ, the G-man, 25 to the 20. Runs past the man, 15 to the 10 to the 7, all the way to the 7-yard line. How about the G-man? That's about a 21-yard run for G-man. First down and goal for Albertville.
Keith, when G-Man wants to go, you can't stop the G-Man.
And I think we'll have a heat timeout. We'll take it. It's brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 28-0. Aggies knocking on the door. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Where's Keith? I don't see him.
I'm right here. Sorry, guys. I was getting an update on 29. From Ducky.
Okay.
How is he?
It ain't good.
Oh, no.
Like, bad. Like, he's done. year.
29 for us?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's a good one, too.
He's a really good one.
All he did was go up to break a pass.
Yeah.
All right, heat timeout. It's been a nice night for football. Aggies on the 7-yard line, 5:58. You know, Aggies are getting better and better, just a few breaks away. Opening kick, example. Placed perfectly between everybody. Aggies almost recovered it. We would have had the ball on the 20-yard line. Unfortunately, we didn't get that break. We're just a break or two away from changing these games around. Touchdown here would give the Aggies a boost of confidence. First and goal from the 7-yard line. CJ out of the gun. Dez in motion. Hands up to G-Man to the 6 to the 5. Jumps over a man to the goal line. Touchdown, Albertville. Here comes the light show.
Wow, what a great play. Great atmosphere now, guys. That's great.
Look at the light show. Brought to you by Lee Fleming. You know, the crowd loves it. That's a good night. Aggies need things like that to build on. That's a good run by G-Man. He jumped over a man, Chris. Into the end zone is 28-6. Now for the point after. C.J. Zuna got to hold it. And the kick, whoop, wait a minute. Yeah, Florence jumps off sides. I'd go ahead and go for 2. Why not? Move it half the distance. Philip John for the extra point.
Offside is called on for it.
Good. That's what we're doing.
I don't know how it works where you're from, Philip, but do not kick the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's an automatic.
It's an automatic.
You're going to be in trouble.
Do you get your exchange student pass revoked?
You get it revoked if you kick the scoreboard, Philip. Do not kick it and hit it.
You know, I wonder if his parents back in Germany are like if they figured out how they can listen to us on Power 107.5.
Somebody needs to let them know.
That would be really cool.
That would be
watch
cool.
him on Aggie Vision. They can watch him on TV.
We are going to go for 2. With the offsides, we got there you go. Get the team something to build on. You work on these in practice every day. Let's use one. Aggie's going for 2 from the 1.5-yard line. CJ hands a G-Man following his blocking into the end zone. Good. 2-point conversion is good. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 5:50 left. It's 28-8. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Welcome back. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update.
Yeah, after being able to jump on the Florence fumble, the Aggies started at the Florence 37-yard line. 5 plays, 37 yards later, Ugensley Sarant able to go in from 7 yards out. Penalty aids the attempt for the 2-point conversion. Ugensley Sarant again able to get the ball into the end zone. A great 8-point swing for the Aggies. Florence still leads 28-8, but the Aggies have dominated here in the second half.
I'd kick an onside kick. We work on these all the time. I really would. They're not expecting this. They're dreading that 3-hour trip home. They're not thinking about onside kick right now. 28-8, 5:50 to go in the game.
The one where you drive to Little Rock and make a U-turn?
There's a kick. Nope, high kick. Returnable from the 15-yard line. Here he comes to the 20. He'll try the left side. 45, 30. Ooh, he's got some room. Phillip John. Oh, he just tackled his own man. 45 to the 40, to the 30, to the 25. He'll be knocked out of bounds. Kicker said, I didn't sign up for this. I just got tackled myself.
Wow. And guys, that's what they talk about by speed.
Yeah.
Everybody came down. But, Keith, they converged too far to the middle. They didn't stay on this outside contain, did not stay along the numbers. They were already inside on the hash mark. And by the time number 4, Triplett, got the ball and got here along the near boundary, he's lucky that a couple of Aggies coming from the far side pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, your edge guy got excited, went inside, and that's a no-no. You can't do that. It doesn't matter. What part of the game it is. If you're supposed to stay outside, you're the contain guy. You got to do your job, stay outside, make sure he don't get outside.
Coach Weingarten's telling John, seriously, there was a big gap from the 40 to the 20. You should have kicked it right there at the 30. The ball might have been ours. Back to the action, hands off, first man through, over the 20, diving to the 15-yard line, and they've got some more twos in the game, a new back. Well, I don't see any new Aggies out there at the moment.
Looks like that they still got most of, if not all of their ones out there, Barry. But the new running back, I believe that's, is that number
0, look like
number
John.
0, yeah. Number 0, which is DeCarson Johnson. He's a junior running back.
Picked up 4 yards, second down and 6. 5:06 to go in the game. It's 28-8. Aggies has scored moments ago with Sarant with a touchdown run. Second down and 6. Officials stopped the play. They went ahead and snapped it. Right in front of the Aggie band. I don't think they could hear what was going on. I'm not sure what the flag was, though.
I think looks like they're going to back Florence up. Florence jumped a little bit. I thought for a minute that we had a gentleman in the neutral zone there, Keith, but maybe he was drawn off.
Somebody may have lined up offsides. I couldn't tell, but that flag came in awfully early.
No,
yes.
They're going to say move. Florence move.
So they'll be second down and 11 as they back it up a few yards. Florence has a lot of backups in the game. The running back Johnson stays in, so it's going to be second down and 11. With 4:55 remaining in the game, 28-8. High school football scoreboard coming up following the game. Looks like all the ones out there for Albertville. I'm not seeing any faces. So it's second down and 11 from the 21. Quarterback Mahan, quick pass, toes right side. Oh, they got him. They're going to drop him back at the line where he made the catch. Great tackle by the Aggies. Jude Fan, open field tackle, dropped him for a loss on the play.
Jude Fan lined up on the inside slot receiver from his safety position on the far boundary, just trying to get it to the back out of the backfield. CJ. Jude Fan sees all of the action in front of him, goes through the block of the wide receiver, and as soon as the running back catches it and turns upfield, introduction to number 2.
Loss on the play at third down and 16. Quarterback Mahan, one of the receivers drops back, pressure's coming. They're going to bring him down for a loss on the play, a loss of a couple. The one of the first Aggies, who's on the bottom of the pile there? Can't see who the Aggie was. One of them was a Hunter Alford again.
But Peyton Jones may have been the author of that tackle, Barry.
So they're going to back that one up, a loss of 2 or 3. Aggie defense, you can't brag on them enough. I know they're playing against the twos right now, but they played well. They had the one. They gave up the 87-yard touchdown pass. Another long pass set up a touchdown, but overall they played well.
They have only give up like 7 points this half. That's great.
So Florence letting the clock wind down. 3:45 left. They may even take a 5-yard penalty in a delay. The ball is on the 30-yard line. They're going to call a timeout, I think. Yeah. and I would think they'd go for it. We'll keep it here. It's going to be 4th down and long, 4th and 19. Florence on the 30-yard line. So as far as offense, Aggies have had a pretty good second half.
Yeah, they have. Looking at stats real quick, going back to Colin Parker's numbers, 92 yards on 18 carries so far tonight. Zuniga, he started out the night 6 of 13 first half with 92 yards passing. So far, has 2 interceptions too, by the way. And the Aggies tonight, guys, not many penalties. Better job tonight with penalties.
Sorry, Keith, we had to turn you down. The Aggie band is drowning you out. We can't hear anything. So you may want to come a little further down this way. Aggie band.
I tell you what, it's a double-edged sword. They're down here to make all that noise when their offense is on the field, but they drown out the sideline guy. 30-yard
line. They're going to go for it. So the backup quarterback, 30-yard line. Aggies down 28-8, 3:38 to go in the game. Quarterback Mahan, Aggies coming after him. He drops back. Here they come. He gets rid of it, throws it down to the side, tipped. Did he catch it? Doesn't matter. It's going to be Aggie. It's better that he didn't catch it as Des Simpson went up, slaps it away. Des may have had his best game of the year so far.
It's a great job there. Just continued to drop back. Knew that the quarterback was going to go to the end zone. Ball coming in, high points the ball. Tries to go for an interception. Trying to tell a defensive back not to intercept the pass is about like telling me to bypass a buffet. It just really doesn't happen. But as you said, the best thing that he could have done is have that one to come incomplete, because now the Aggies able to get starting position at their own 30-yard line.
Would you love to see a little drive put together here, Chris, with about 3:29 to go?
Absolutely. That'd be lovely.
Cut it down to 2 touchdowns.
Hey, Barry, what about this? Florence with a punt, Florence with 1 touchdown in this half, and then it's been a fumble and then a turnover on downs. You alluded to it. Great job by the Aggie defense.
First down, hands off. There's Parker again. Tries to cut around the corner. They're going to trip him up. They're going to slam him to the turf. Ball comes loose. Was he down, or is it a fumble?
It's going to be a fumble, and I think Florence got on that ball, guys.
He was hit hard as he went down. It is a fumble. Tough break for Parker because he was hammered at the 35-yard line. The ball popped loose. But what a great game Parker's had. It was a gain of 6, but the ball came loose.
Yeah, Parker turned the corner, and somebody, Keith, wrapped him up by his legs. He couldn't go anymore, and he was trying to twist, and I think he was just trying to get out of that tackle. And when he did, the linebacker who was flowing the play from the inside just hit him right on the arm, and the ball pops loose, and Florence recovered.
Yeah, and it didn't help. Somebody was kind of behind him. And when he got hit in the chest, he kind of tripped. The first thing he hit was the back of his shoulder blades. It was a pretty good shot on the young man.
So it's Florence football on the Aggie 35-yard line. Some more new faces coming in for Florence. Still looks like the same Aggies out there.
Barry, Austin Sparkman game, 10-0. Austin leads that game. Last report, it's still early in the game. But I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed.
Mahan back to pass, throws it right side, got his man as he was hit to the 35, tries to cut over the middle, breaks 1 tackle, not the next, all the way down to the 29. Finally, Aggies bring it down. There is a new face, and that was a Brody Darnell who helps make the tackle.
Brody Darnell doing a good job coming up, being able to make the tackle. Just got to get in front of them, make sure you wrap them up and get them to the ground, and Brody Darnell does a really good job. Also, Barry, I think what caused that play to kind of be discombobulated from the get-go is just really good interior pressure from the defensive line of Albertville.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. They're on the Aggie 30-yard line, 2:36 left. Florence up 28-8. 2 men wide right side. Aggie showing blitz. Here they come, hands off. He's going to hit in the backfield. He is thrown to the turf. What a tackle again by Jesus Godinez. He has had a good game tonight.
You talk about a heck of a tackle. Barry, that's one of those where I got you from behind. That's a WWE, one of those suplex. I mean, he like just flipped him over on his back. Keith, I keep thinking if he holds him there for 3 seconds, he wins the Intercontinental Championship belt or something.
I've seen Bam Bam Bigelow make that same move.
That's a loss of 3. How about Jesus? He's had some good defensive plays tonight.
That's just it. I mean, and here's the thing, Barry. You got to love it when you do get those youngsters out there that have played a lot on the scout team. and now they get their chance to shine under the Friday night lights. You got to love it when you see success from these young men.
All right, Florence going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. With 1:44 to go, 28-8. Florence, you're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Coming out of the timeout, 1:44 left, 28-8. It was 21-0 at the half. The Aggies, well, they played a great third quarter, kept the ball most of the third quarter. The score coming in, Scottsboro leads Boaz 41-7. Wow. Well, of all the scores coming up following our game. Third down, 7 for Florence on their 32-yard line. Mahan drops, throws right side, got it, missed tackle, 30-20 to the 11-yard, make it 16-yard line. That was a fingertip grab. Good job by the receiver, and the Aggie defender going for the interception. Missed it. First down, Florence.
I think it was just kind of a squat down route, wasn't it, Keith? Didn't he just kind of get past the stick, squat down there in the flat, and try to play pitch and catch with him?
Yeah, a little bit more of a slant, John. I think he was the outside receiver. He kind of ran behind the inside receiver. Pretty good little rub play right there. And a good throw by the young, I think he's a 9th grade quarterback.
Yeah, he's a
big dude. I'm telling you, he looks like a tight end.
Ball is on the 15-yard line. Mahan's going to take a knee. I like that. I know I'm more than likely not going to stop the clock. The clock will wind down, do that a couple more times, and then we'll try to grab Coach Weingarten. I know you're never happy with a loss, and there's nothing to be happy about when you lose, but just the fact, last year you were beaten by this team 51-0. Tonight, it's 28-8, and you had a couple of big plays. Had they gone your way, which very easily almost did, you've got a totally different ballgame. Not saying you would have won, but I'm saying you may be actually playing down to the wire tonight on trying to win the game, having a chance.
Barry, I know we're fixing to finish up, but I got an updated score. We've got Austin 23, Sparkman 7 at the end of the third. And what about this one? Hillcrest of Tuscaloosa leading Hoover late in that ball game by about 10.
Wow. So they're going to let the take a knee again. Clark's going to wind down. And we'll try to grab Coach Weingarten coming up here in a second. So Florence will win this one 28-8. Second half, you could say the Aggies won it 8-7. But it's 21-0 at the half. And if we had time of possession, easily going to go the way of Albertville.
Horizon Communications archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations. covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Yes, Florence County comes back in the eye. Pitch out to number 20.
There's the ball of pressure.
Daniel Lyles on the ground. Eagles have a fumble. The Devils have one single receiver.
Reverse coming there.
Oh, and he missed him in the backfield. Get him down. Oh, number 53.
Oh, is that baby kick? We're going to be all right. Surely, Kevin, they can hear you. Little good kick. Jake Rooney is going to take it. I don't know if he's going to take it on about the 6. Here comes Jake. Got a blocker. Jake's up to the 20, up to the 25.
Oh, he's got payday. Hand off around the Smalley. He's got a hole. Let's have a block. Oh, and headed on to Smalley. Receivers split wide left. Pitch back to Murray. He's got a seam.
He's got a little room.
Oh, and he's got it. He's going all the way. I don't see any flag. Touchdown, Eagles. Comes under center. Back turn an eye. Hand off to Jansen Baker up the middle. Jansen got a hold. He gets up first 10 yards. Still on his feet. On up close to the 50-yard line. Third down and 15. He drops back. Oh, what a play. Jason Camp in on that one. Drops back to pass.
Little pressure. Camp's out there.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Here goes Staten. It's still on the ground. Get on the ball. Curry has 3 turnovers. The Eagles have 2.
Ball's in the air. Complete to number 1. Who ball's loose. Took it away by Garrett. What a play by Ryan Smalley. The kick is away.
Good kick by Smalley. He's
Gonna
taking
be
it about the
taken by
20-yard
80.
line.
Oh, he's going to be wrestled down right at the 21-yard line. Wide right, wide left, single back.
Caught the Eagles off guard. They thought they were going to punt. Oh, the quarterback.
Oh, he's going down. Ball's on the ground. Eagles have recovered, I believe.
Right and left. Here is the quarterback rolling out, pitching it to Jake Murray. He's running for the goal line. He's going to be hit at the 1. He goes in. Punt from the Douglas Eagles. Brian Smalley, they faked it. They're going to run it. He's going to go and get it. First down and some more. Cliff Mitchell. Mitchell, the quarterback, rolls out to the right. Pursuit, rush coming after him. He throws, completed pass. Straight to our man. All right, here's the run for the touchdown. Douglas Eagles from a yard out.
Try to run it and don't make it a quick timeout.
All right, on his third down play, Mitchell back to pass, rolls out to the right. He looks downfield, he throws. It is caught. Yes, caught inbounds reception by the Douglas. B.J. King goes straight back. The rush comes after him. He throws over the middle, intercepted by the Douglas Eagles. Staten has the ball. He's hit by Blake Tutton. Noah Thrasher still remains in there at fullback. Here's a pass play, interception at the 13-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Back to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield. Finally brought down.
Receiver split right. Hand off to Covington. Oh, and he's going to be wrapped up at the, it's going to lose yardage. Hand off up the gut to Jake Murray's got a little seam. Jake puts on up to the 30-yard line. To come right back after a turnover, but hello!
Don't tell Miss Melba that everything has been taken care of. Oh, little pressure.
Back to pass. He's got pressure. Ball's away and intercepted. Dutton comes under center. Pitch back to 22. Oh, and I believe he's going to be wrapped up. Oh, and what a hit.
Little scissor trap there. Oh, Smalley's got room. There goes Smalley.
Well, I didn't know Smalley was that quick. Drops back to pass. He's got pressure. He's going down. Smalley in motion. Hand off deep to Jake Murray. Cuts back up. Close to. He's going down, Murray. Again, hand off up the middle. Chris Staten wades into a pile. And,
oh, no. Clip on the front leg.
Go, and it's all out. Touchdown, no flag. He's under center. Spreads out to his right.
Pressure's on.
Oh, and he's going to go down in the end zone. Safety.
On the near side and an I formation. Here is Mitchell rolling to his right. He lost the pass over the head of a defender, and it comes down to Smalley. Each time they have the ball. Mitchell will retreat, looking to throw, rolling to his right. He's in some trouble. Lifted a pass over here to the near sideline. The game and will split wide to the left. Here is a toss sweep to Murray. He's got some speed to the 25-20. Looking for room to the 15, to the 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Jake Murray. Behind him. Mitchell will give to the fullback again. Got a hole. Staten to the 50, the 45. He's into the secondary, the 40, and down to the Boaz 36-yard line. Josh will fake to Walker. He's got a lot of pressure, and he will have to eat it.
Back in motion. Pitch back to number 23. Oh, he's going to be wrestled down in the backfield. I believe that's Jason Camp on the turnout, and it's great effort on everybody's part.
Here comes Jake around the corner.
A little seam. Cuts back up the middle. Murray's still on his feet. And he's finally wrestled down right at the 45-yard line. Back turn an eye. Hand off to Jake Murray. Jake Murray, touchdown Eagles.
There we go.
Yes.
And that's probably because
Lax hands off to 46, who's going to be stopped for little or no gain. Time for the defense to, Lax is going to, oh, and a little far lateral, ball's on the ground. On that thing, and you know, they really took a positive attitude. Cliff back to pass.
This Eagle going to fly. No, he's going to run.
And Cliff has got positive yardage. Oh, here he's still on his own. Hand off to Jake Murray. Jake cuts around the outside. Jake's wide open, and it's touchdown Eagles. Out it to the right. Brian Long. Cliff Mitchell keeps the ball, pitches back to Jake Murray. Jake picks up first down yard, still on his feet, up above the 50-yard line on motion. Hand off again. No, Mitchell keeper. Mitchell's on the corner. Cliff's got a little wedge, and on up to the 30-yard line, the senior goes. Split backfield. Two receivers left. Hand off to Smalley. He's got some running room. He's got blockers. Smalley cuts up. He's still on his feet and carries the ball up to the 10-yard line. In motion. Quarterback keeps. Pass. He's going to be wrestled down. Oh, what a defensive effort by Chris Staten.
Could be a possession play here, Andy.
Oh, lift up Howard right over the middle, and Howard still on his feet. On up to the 40-yard line. Good. Cliff drops back to pass. Ball
wide open over there. Smalley.
Smalley's on his feet. He's on his way. Oh, and up. First down yardage. 50. Caught in motion. Drops back to pass. Has some pressure. Passes away. Oh, and intercepted. Pitch back to Jake Murray. Jake's got a little seam.
Here he goes. He's
touchdown Eagles.
Justin Kinney, Staten. And there's Jansen Baker after the quarterback.
Oh, hello. Drops back to pass. Oh, and he's going to be wrestled down by Brandon Lyle. Hand off deep to and Jake Rennie gets first down yardage.
Nobody's there.
Pass it away, complete to Jansen Baker. First down yardage. Jensen to the left. Back for an eye. Oh, and he's going to go down.
Hit his
Cliff's got it. Cliff Mitchell. He's got a little room. Oh, and Mitchell pitch out to Jake Murray. Jake's got a little seam. Speedster gets out of bounds. Deny. Cliff's under center. Hands off to the deep man. Jake Murray's got room. He's got one man to beat. He's on his feet and carries the ball down to the 10-yard line. Hand off to Jason Camp. Welcome to Madison County. Yes, to two receivers split both sides. Hand off to Jake. And Jake just carries. Jake's still on his feet. He's got one man to beat. He could go all the way. Oh, and he's finally wrestled down by number 11 right at the 20-yard line. And
I don't understand.
Pitch back to 23, and he's going to lose on that play. And ball over on downs. He drops back to pass. Pass. Oh, it's intercepted. It's crazy legs. He's got nobody around him. It's going to be good. Touchdown, Eagles!
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.